Alright, let's start streaming and see what happens. We might be live right now.
Alright.
But it doesn't really matter, because the only people that would pop in are just our friends, because nobody else subscribes to my account.
Shoot it up.
My channel... Thirsty Thorsday Hangout with Mike and Grimsteak. Sweet. I'll give it a like.
What's happening? Nobody that's listening?
No, there's nobody there yet. Nobody in here. Maybe somebody might pop in. That was, we did this last week, and Felix, he popped into the chat and just, like, kept asking questions the whole time, so he guided the whole show. It was hilarious.
I think I was in for that.
Yeah, you were in for that, Mike. You absolutely were. Yeah. We broached the first kiss, subject.
Yep, exactly, yeah, I was there. I feel it's good. Did you like it?
Oh, dude, he loved it. We had a good time.
Awesome. I hope it comes back on some more.
Me too.
So is that going to be his stage name, Cliff Wall?
I hope so.
I'm the only one that's actually using his real name at this point.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Now, is James's name not actually... I know his last name isn't Cruz, but is James not his real first name either?
Nope. He's a complete alter ego too.
Jerry, too. I think Jerry's name is actually Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, Suzanne's here.
Jerry's name is Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's name is Jerry.
Suzanne's name is Suzanne. All right.
Yep.
I'm not
Hi,
the
Mike.
only one. Hey, Suzanne.
Yeah, no, I'm totally Suzanne Potter Thomas.
You just throw it all out there. We're streaming live right now, Suzanne, just so you know.
That's fine.
Okay, I figured you didn't care. I just wanted to put the disclaimer out.
I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I'm all out there.
So how you doing today? How's things going?
I'm okay. How about you?
Pretty good. Not
How's
too bad.
Gwenny?
Oh, she's doing good. Yeah, she's just sleeping. Just gave her an antibiotic.
Oh,
Just
good.
lots of medicine. And I'm pretty sure like they gave her one of those cones to put on. But
yeah,
where the incision is, like she can't even reach it, and she already like ripped the cone off twice. So I was like,
Yeah, that's not going to stay in the cone.
no,
The dog
no.
is stupid enough to stay in it. The cat is going to get out very quickly.
Oh, dude.
exactly.
Oh, Garrett, what's up, man? Yeah, she she got her way out of that a couple times. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna fuck with this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not worth it.
Hey,
Hi,
hi,
Garrett.
Mike.
Hello.
I get to say hi. Hi, Garrett.
Garrett's. I think he's trying to learn how phones work right now. Oh, there he is. Dude, you're getting crazy loop back.
He must be on his friggin' laptop and phone.
Who knows?
Yep.
What do you think?
See? Yep.
Upper level or lower level? What do you think?
Upper level, or what'd you just say, Mike?
Upper level or lower level of the GW? Big decision.
I don't know. Lower level?
GW. What's the GW?
George Washington Bridge.
Dude,
Oh, Garrett, you gotta
upper.
fix that audio, man.
Lower.
Lower? Alright, you got 2-1. Lower level, Mike.
Lower level,
Too
Mike.
late. I already went to the upper level.
Yeah.
Man, take the high road, Mike.
Alright.
I can cross over the divider still. Can I do that?
Garrett, do you have
Do
earbuds or
more
something?
people take the lower level?
Do what?
The lower level.
Do more people take the lower level?
Lower is only cars. Upper level is trucks and cars. So probably. Holy shit!
There you go.
Somebody just crossed over the divider. And they're crossing 3 lanes of traffic. Okay.
3 lanes of traffic to what?
Wait, what just
They were
happened? I had to
trying to
mute
block-
Garrett because I couldn't hear you. It was too
They
much
just
feedback.
crossed over the divider and they drove horizontally across 3 lanes of oncoming traffic.
Oh my god, and did they survive? Do you have a dash cam? Are you in
Yeah,
Russia
they-
right now?
Might as well. Holy crap.
Holy crap. So you would have totally missed that if you'd gone on the lower level.
Exactly. No, I'm gonna hit the guy. I went to the lower level.
Oh,
You just saved my life.
Seriously?
I possibly.
wow.
Wait, I'm trying to get the perspective here.
So the highway splits. It splits into upper level for the bridge and lower levels for the bridge, and there's another 5 miles to drive still. So the guy crossed
before you
over
get
the divider. Before we get to the bridge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we crossed over the divider, which is not that bad. I mean, it was a little bit raised, a little bit of a bump, not too bad, and then cut horizontally across the 3 lanes of oncoming traffic that are going to the lower level to get to an exit.
Holy crap! So he could have totally crashed into you.
He could have crashed into anyone trying essentially driving normal. They would have T-boned right into him.
Oh my gosh.
That's New Jersey drivers for you.
That's insane.
Have you ever been to the East Coast?
Ah, Garrett.
There we go. I think that's a little better. I heard something about the East Coast.
Yeah, Garrett, what's going on, man? Do you have earbuds or something you could put in? Because we're getting, like, every time we talk, the audio is coming through your mic somehow, and it's rough, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll get on the computer. I'll hook up a microphone and stuff.
Sweet. All right.
Cool.
Love you, Garrett.
Yep, love you too.
Love you, Garrett. I love it when Garrett comes on.
Me too. Wow.
Garrett and Mike are like favorites of mine.
The favorites. That's crazy,
Yeah,
Mike.
my
So your life got
favorites.
saved. I told
That's
you to take the
insane.
lower. I could have just killed you. I'm
See?
sorry. I'm really sorry about that.
Saved my life.
That's
Wow.
right. I saved your life.
That's why you listen to the mother's intuition.
There we go.
That's a fact.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I just always like, nah, go up. I don't know. That's like my thing. Don't go down, go up.
No, that's true. Oh, Failed's here. Failed?
Failed.
Fuck. Alright,
So were
there
you
go.
in New York City today, Mike?
It's
I
a
was in
shit
Morristown checking out apartments to see if there's anything I want to move to.
shit.
In what town?
Is everything going okay, Mike?
Morristown, New Jersey. What's that?
Is everything going okay? It seems like you really want to move out.
Yeah, it's time to move out.
Yeah,
It's too liberal in that fucking house.
too liberal in
It is
that
very
house.
liberal in that house, yes.
Right,
It's starting to wear on him a bit.
it is.
I've been home for long enough now. It's been almost 2 years. Time to
He needs his own space.
Yeah, yeah. I'm only going on like about maybe 3 or 4 months right now. 4 months, I think. So
I'm
it's
on
not
4
too
months
bad.
too. I think
Yeah.
me and you went out at the same time.
Yeah,
there.
we did pretty much. Yep, it
That's
did.
why we bonded. We had the same fucking situation.
Uh-huh. Yeah, life
Hey,
just
guess
made us
what?
eat shit. What happened?
Chicago's playing Edmonton right now in Chicago.
I don't know what that is.
hockey.
Hockey.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So we
Jock
have like a
talk.
connection.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
close
Dude,
to-
Blackhawks will win.
No.
Dude, people get pretty fucking serious about Blackhawks around here.
U.S.
It's 1-1
Jock
tied in the
talk.
first period.
Whatever, man. I got my Blink-182 hoodie on from high school. Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, cool. I love Blink 182.
Tom DeLonge.
I love
he's
that
making,
one song.
He's making spaceships.
Yeah.
How long
All
has
right.
it come out with big news?
Yeah, dude. You didn't see that To the Stars Academy that he's coming out with, where you only have to invest the minimum. Yeah, dude. That's his big thing. Did you see all the scams in it? How like there's all these contracts written about how he gets paid like a certain salary every year from this, and you have to have a minimum investment, and they're trying to raise like $20 million to build like anti-gravity technology. Like it's the biggest scam ever.
We have
Ever.
a sexy Californian.
Yes, there he is.
For anti-gravity, huh?
Oh, is that
Two
Carl?
sexy Californians. Yes, they're fucking. Carl! Jesus.
Was that a cat?
There's cats.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Carl.
Carl.
Man, that mic is so nice, Gary. That Snowball, that's working pretty good.
Yeah. It's killer, huh? I
Yeah,
really
dude,
like
you
it.
sound great.
Thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Yeah, I'm still nervous as hell about that episode coming out.
Dude, don't be nervous about anything.
Oh, I hope everything went good. Like
Everything
sound
goes
and-
great. Dude, I'm sure
Oh,
it's
we got
fine.
JC's in the
is
house.
this- Are we recording this and gonna play it later for somebody?
Oh,
or
it's
is this-
no, it's streaming live right now on YouTube.
Oh, okay, well, I don't care.
Why
Nobody's
live?
watching us anyways.
Yeah, exactly. At least
Oh,
I
here's
don't
my
think.
buddy.
Right.
I don't think anybody's. What's up, James?
The pussy.
James Cruz.
Everybody's showing their pussies. I feel left out.
Cruz. Dude, my pussy's
I can't
passed
look
out.
like yours, Garrett.
Does he? Isn't he
Yeah,
cute? He's a
Junior. Carl,
smartest
knock it
cat
off.
ever.
Jesus. What?
All right.
Hey, so how's the
Upper level's
fires?
gonna save me 3 minutes too.
What was that, Mike?
Upper level's gonna save me 3 minutes too. Way to go.
Yes.
All right.
You're
Good.
welcome.
Way to take the high
And he
road.
lived. That's good.
And he
Any
lived.
other-
Now, Mike?
What?
Are you driving right now, Mike?
Yes.
Awesome.
Hmm.
And he
Right.
asked low or high. And I said high.
I
and
said low.
Garrett and Grim said low. And I saved Mike's life.
Yeah, there was like a
And
serious
3 minutes.
potential car accident.
Hmm.
It's good that you listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'll just tell you guys right now, in case we ever actually do all get together. No matter what I say, if we're driving together, do not listen to me when I tell you directions. Ask my wife.
We will not.
I'll turn the wrong
Same
fucking
for
direction
me.
out of my own driveway. Like, how do you, nothing's broken there. It's, you know, real bad dyslexia, but when it translates to driving, it's funny as fuck. I mean, I've ended up like, you know, I'm planning on going to. Oh, you guys don't know this part of California. I've ended up like 200 miles out of my way, the complete opposite side.
Whoops.
You know, like, I went south instead of north for
Oh,
hundreds of
man.
miles. I'm like, whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's miserable. That's
See, I have awesome sense of direction.
Why
It's
am
like
I in
it's
Mexico?
built
Son
in.
of a bitch.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh, it's the other way. God damn it.
It's crazy.
Is
I
that
could go
real?
somewhere once.
Mike's
Dang.
literally cruising with steak.
Literally.
Dude, literally.
He's literally
Literally.
on the George Washington Bridge right now. So, did you find an apartment, Mike?
I mean, there's one
Anything
I
you
kinda
liked?
but they're just too pricey right now.
Of course.
What's
It's
crazy?
New York.
What's the average price for an apartment in New York?
In Manhattan?
Two dog
Wait,
turd.
you're not going to Manhattan, aren't you
wait,
going to
wherever-
New Jersey?
Wherever
No,
you
I'm
were
not
looking, what's the price?
Average
Range.
price? The range
It's
is
two
probably
dog-
anywhere.
It's two dog turds and a Yankees hat.
Probably like $3,000, I'm
Did you just say
assuming.
300 square feet?
It's a
Is
little
that
bit
what you
more
said?
than 300 square feet, but it's not much.
Oh, Jerry's driving too.
300. Whoa.
For
You
how
gotta-
much, Mike?
What's up,
It
Jerry?
ranges anywhere from 2,100 all the way up to 3,100.
Whoa.
Dude, we literally do not have 300 square foot apartments or houses in
No, we don't.
ever. And
Mm-mm.
3,500.
That's a shed.
You could get 5 houses for $3,500 a month.
Well, depending on where you go.
where I
I
live.
pay
Oh, we got Cliff Wall.
Cliff Walls here?
He's got a fake
Again?
mustache on. Is that what's going on right now?
Damn.
They shut down the whole bridge going the other way. What the fuck is going on right now?
What?
Dude, it was that car accident.
It's
Good thing
earthquake.
you got the hell out of there.
This is
There's-
going to be ridiculous. This is
There's
going
a
to take
drill.
miles of traffic.
Oh, one more and we can play Hollywood Squares.
But you're going the other way, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going the other way. I get to stare.
All
at
right.
everybody.
There you go. Awesome. Jerry, where are you? Getting a muffin?
Cliff
Get me
Wall.
some
Biscuit?
Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Is
Woo-hoo.
there any kind of secret menu item we could order off of that?
I will ask when I get to the menu. Wait a sec. Just hold on. I'll find out.
Cliff
Excellent.
Wall, are you
You
getting
getting the
ready
natural
for
cut
the
fries?
upcoming Pandemic.
The grill scraper.
Guys, we have to figure out how to get a Grimericon together so we can all
I
hang
agree.
out. Oh, we
I
get in so much trouble.
Darren's too
It's all right.
busy.
Dude, we'll plan something.
Or not Darren.
We're gonna
Graham.
have a cruise. We're gonna have a cruise.
Out my window.
Wait, who's that?
Oh, what do you got there? A little tiny picnic table?
I
Is
don't
Cliff-
know if you're gonna be able to hear the. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up right now. I don't know if you're able to hear
Okay.
the lady though. I'll ask
All
her.
right.
Go.
We're getting.
Oh,
We're getting.
it's a dude. It's a guy.
Be quiet.
No, you don't have to be quiet. I can turn
No, we
down.
want to hear the menu.
Yeah.
secret
I will.
menu. Secret
Welcome to
menu.
Wendy's.
This guy's not gonna know jack shit. He looks like a retard.
Just do it. Just do it.
See if they can blend up some.
Damn,
French
Jerry. Booked by the cover, huh?
French fries in your frosty.
Can
French
you
fries
see the window?
Mm-hmm.
We can see it.
It's right here. Can you see it?
We can see it.
Awesome. Talk amongst yourselves until. How you doing?
Penis.
Cliff, are you in the fires right now? You get the mask on for the fires? The smoke?
Is it a Luca Libre mask?
Luca, the old Luca Libre, Hurricane Ranas.
Who is this Cliff Wall fella?
Isn't that a chin strap?
Recognition stuff.
Oh
Facial
yeah,
recognition.
good job.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna put a third eye right here.
Ah, good idea.
Third eye.
Hey, cool. Can I ask you a question? Why is it a minute? Why is it a minute? They're like pre-made in the fridge.
Nah, she's making them.
Can I ask you a question? Oh, it's gonna be a couple minutes.
Do you guys have any secret menu items? Come on. Arby's has a meat mountain for $10. Okay. McDonald's can make you grilled cheeses.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there a manager? Or you need me to pull up?
No, you're straight. You got it. Look.
Ask her.
They're gonna spit in Jerry's food. Jerry is gonna get a loogie.
right in
on it.
that.
Are we
Really?
Jerry is
You're
gonna
the
spit in your
exception.
food.
I mean, they make some like eight patties.
8 patties. How much is that?
Burger and it's for a cost.
There's like a
8
chocolate burger.
patties.
$15. I think the meat mountain at Arby's is a better deal.
Yeah, Carl's Jr.
It's gonna give you a third.
Wendy's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would
Right,
never
dude.
have lasted a job like that. I
There you go, Wendy's.
Good job, Jerry.
Wait, what? So
So,
what was this? Yeah, what was this 15 patty thing he spoke of? $15, 15 patties?
they have an octuple.
Already said.
8 patties. He says it give you a heart attack. I say it give you a colon blockage.
I say give you a good time.
It's enough grease on it to give you a good time.
Yeah, Cliff Wall?
Who
Did
is
you
the
just say
person
something,
walking
Cliff?
across the street?
I said energy boost.
It is an energy
There
boost.
you go.
No, it's not.
Gary,
Like no-
it's the exact opposite.
No carbs in it. It's
Coma boost.
It
Garrett,
depends
Cliff
on-
Wall is the guy that writes all of Felix's jingles, and then Felix performs them.
Oh, I had a feeling. I wasn't positive. I thought that might be Cliff Wall up there. She's like bicycles.
Health/food segment.
Yes. That was a good health/food segment.
Hey,
Should've
we
played
need a
the jingle.
Shirt mail jingle. Shirt mail jingle.
Shirt mail. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you get 3 different t-shirts?
What you gonna do when your shirt comes to you? When the tea gets to you.
Shirt mail, shirt mail. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Shirt mail.
Nailed it.
I don't know. It's not funny. I mean, it's not that funny.
Hey, sorry.
Sorry, Jerry.
I think it's funny. Is Jerry having a temper tantrum?
No, Jerry doesn't have temper tantrums.
No, Jerry.
He
does
just
not
gets
have
even.
tantrums.
He'll just get on and shut you the fuck down. All of a sudden, you'll be cut off, and your bank account's drained, and you're.
You're reprogrammed with hepatitis.
Why does everyone think I'm some kind of hacker? I'm not.
I think it's more of just a legend that's spun out of control, and it's gonna get perpetuated.
No, it's gonna spin out of control. It's fucking strip club, Jerry.
Strip Club Jerry.
Strip Club Jerry.
Jerry, take your phone. Never mind. I'm not gonna say whatever.
Don't they call
Greasing
you-
that pole.
don't they call you Jerry Control Alt Delete Cthulhu?
He greases the poles with them 8 patties.
Wow, Ren just gave us a compliment. Said that our show at Soraya was really good. He gave Ren did. He just
Ren kisses everybody's ass.
we need to get him on the show now.
Yeah, I know. I would prefer a nickname that was Triple Bang.
Triple Bang would be cool.
Triple Bang Jerry.
Yeah, like 3 exclamation points.
Oh, we got
What
old
about-
Smokey Sean now. We could play Hollywood Squares.
What about what if your nickname was Jerry Slinky Enthusiast Cthulhu?
That I like.
Really big into Slinkies.
Did I ever tell you guys when I tried to change my name? I tried to change my middle name to Danger.
Oh,
Literally, to Danger. D-A-N-G.
did it work?
Because I wanted to. No.
Two Danger, like TWO.
Was your first name Bonkers?
No, my first name is Jerry.
Oh,
But I was going to change it to Jerry Danger.
First name is Gerald.
This guy has no fucking brake lights. Oh shit! Check this out. Look at this retard.
Who needs brake lights?
All I see is a retard driving and
Brake
video
lights are
chatting.
for pussies.
He says, "Look at this retard," and then Sean just pops right up where his car was.
What's up, Sean? Are you
Anyway,
I
you gonna?
see videotaping while driving. It's illegal in California as well as living in.
Well, everything's illegal in California. You're a bunch of liberal fucking snowflakes. You can't have any
That's not
freedoms.
true.
How do you call it
Sexuality
legal?
is legal here.
Wait, I have a question. A serious question for everybody here. How can they call it
Homosexuality.
liberal when they have so many fucking rules? They want to give rules for everything, but they're
That's
liberal.
the lie.
They
of
have
the-
rules to
That's the
protect
lie of the lie.
snowflakes.
That's
But
the
they're
way-
gonna
the line of
liberate
life.
you with their rules.
It's
You
fucking
guys
mind
gotta
control,
trigger me
dude.
to keep up with this talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike's triggered. He got kicked out of his Antifa commune. That's why he needs a place to live.
My anus is bleeding.
You know, it's
We
all.
have to keep triggering Mike until the mind control is completely broken.
Yes. There's no left. There's no right. It's all
Nope.
one thing. Same puppet.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, flashing lights. Everybody's got to slow down.
My
Thanks for
computer's purely
Oh
pissed.
man.
I downloaded World of Warcraft today as well.
Why
as
did
some
you
other things.
do that?
Whoever
Oh.
said that in chat the other night, I think it was
Because
Darren.
cocaine's not hard enough anymore. I needed the WoW crack.
Yeah, dude, you're seriously playing? I'll hop on with you. I'll roll a new
I'm-
tune.
I can't figure out how to
Sean
fucking
will
get
never see
anywhere,
you
so I
in
have to
the
start a
movie.
new character just to figure out how to play the
Dude, I'll
goddamn
start a
game.
new character with you. You go in Horde or Alliance?
I will too.
Alliance Crush Ridge.
Did you guys already talk about?
Bags.
Did you guys
You gotta
already
be an
talk
elf.
about? Sorry.
Yeah, I like being elves. I like elves.
Sean,
We're
did
gonna
you
have
guys
to
already-
take this to a different conversation.
We haven't talked about anything.
Well, I have an objection. If you guys all start playing WoW, you're all going to disappear. Why don't you just do meth?
Um,
Just
Then
make
you'll
the
be on
show
your
better.
own time.
cheaper, I'll
Demons,
tell you that.
demons don't attach to you in WoW.
You know, I make
Yeah,
money. I'd
that's
rather
weird,
do
isn't it?
cocaine.
Jerry, you know way too much. It's weird. It's weird how much you know.
He's the
Let's
Magus.
all play Lord of the Rings online.
It's weird
Fuck
stuff.
that. I don't want
No.
that free-to-play bullshit. Give me like some solid servers.
I need to hardline my game.
Yes, exactly. I need a huge open world. Don't streamline me, bitch.
So I'll only bore you with this for 5 minutes. The last time I played World of Warcraft was 2009.
Okay.
Today,
So that-
I was like,
It was a good
hey,
year.
Blizzard.com, I'd like to get into my account again. I know it's been 11 years, but it should still work. And they said, well, your account was hacked in 2014. And, well, that sucks.
Oh.
Is my hunter still there with all of my pets? He's like, your hunter's still there, surprisingly. So I think you might actually still be able to play.
Ooh.
I get on and everything's still there that I can remember. I mean, it was a long time ago, and who gives a
Right.
shit about a game? So I still got my original tune. I'm very excited about that.
That is exciting. Dude,
That's
my
extremely
Grimstake's gone. He got hacked, my shaman. He got hacked
Oh.
years ago. Disappeared. That was where the original
fucked.
Grimstake tag came from, World of Warcraft. Who was born.
Right? Kilgar came before that. I was born Kilgar long before that. But still, Duke Kilgar was the name, and Nazarath was my hunter, and it's still there.
What kind of hunter did you have?
I don't fucking remember. All
Was
my
it a
shit
troll?
reset.
A troll hunter? Because troll
No, no,
hunters
no,
were badass.
I went Alliance, so it was an elf hunter.
Did you guys talk about that Bigfoot North Carolina sighting?
No,
story?
but I saw that. What's that all about?
I didn't
I'll be right
even
back. I need
I
alcohol.
just saw that.
Oh, there's a guy on YouTube or somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm sorry. But he says whenever there's a Bigfoot sighting, there's a false flag. Like a couple days later.
Really?
Yeah, and that Bigfoot sighting happened like a day or two before the first, right?
Interesting.
I don't know.
The what? Sorry, that follows it?
A false flag, like Vegas.
Okay,
So
okay.
wait, Bigfoot is the real terrorist?
That's what it sounds like.
No. But it's just
relation.
people see him right before these things occur.
Weird.
He's got to be implicated then.
No.
The FBI has to get involved here.
You're the one who brought it up, Jerry.
But I'm not saying I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. I just think it'd be really funny for the FBI to investigate Bigfoot.
That would be pretty funny, but they won't even investigate, Congress. So I doubt that's ever going to happen.
X-Files.
Well, Bigfoot might not have a bunch of money.
The
They don't
FBI?
Bigfoot. Oh, is Bigfoot?
That's a
yeah.
crafty little table there, Cliff Wall.
It's my stool I just made. I'm painting it, touching it up a little bit.
Can I
Beautiful.
push your stool in?
It's not a squatty potty.
Oh.
You have holes where the screws are.
Right here, yeah, I got a couple of countersinks, and I'm going to put some plugs in it.
Do you know how you fix that and to make it right smooth?
What do you mean?
You get doweling. That's the same size as the screw hole.
Yeah.
And then you cut it to the right shape, and then you press them in.
Well, I got
And
some
then-
like plugs that are like the same size, like 3/8 of an inch.
Yeah, but I find the plugs always have that. They're raised, right? So
Well, I
you can
mean,
see it.
I'm trying to get the right. I had to take a Dremel to it to like chop out some wood to make it fit.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, you take you press, you just make a little dowel thing, and then you sand it in, and then you won't see the screw holes at all when you paint it.
I'm looking for that like wood, the plugs to like show a little, just like with the wood grain a little.
Oh yeah.
That as style for style points.
Oh, definite style points.
I'll give you points for style.
Here's the thing. I like did a pilot hole in it, and it ended up cracking a little bit when I went through the bottom here. I went like slow, and then it just cracked a little.
Even with the pilot hole.
Yeah.
That's
kind of sad.
Lame.
You
Right,
broke it
man.
when you're going in the stool.
Yeah.
You pushed in the stool a little too hard.
Yeah.
All right, enough of the gay jokes. Come on, guys. You made a stool.
You did
You
make
know-
a stool. It was a good stool.
I just listened to Alaska America, and we got called
I
out
made a
for
stool too.
homoerotic shit in the chats.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
I think we need to step that shit up.
Yeah. I totally agree with you.
I don't know how much more naked I can be, though.
Dude, I'll post dick pics. We could do this.
I thought that sounded like failed.
2 beer cans is my limit, I think, eh?
2 beer cans?
Send that shrimp dick picture to Darren.
I think
No.
that I
Oh.
should take a picture.
I think
Actually, I think Gary should take the picture we have of us with cans and just superimpose someone else's cock onto us.
Dude, that's fake news.
That's
Gil, did-
hilarious.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, be careful.
Gil, did you ever post that picture that you sent me on
No,
the chat? Oh
should've.
my god, post it. Whoa.
It's coming right
You know,
now.
I've been like having like, can you have dame hairs?
Dude, I stop.
Did you say dame hairs?
Dame hairs? Like, I'm really spaced out. Oh my god, no! It's so
and I'm-
messed up, dude.
And when I posted it to you, I realized that you asked me politely never to send you anything along those lines again.
You can
And
send me as many penises as you want, just not vaginas.
oh, okay, it's like
Well.
that. Gotcha.
Yeah, she'll stab me in the eye.
It's okay.
That's all right. The eye's an okay place to get stabbed.
I need those
Sorry,
eyes.
I'll give
Otherwise,
you my wife.
So, Garrett, you're going to be a real estate agent?
yeah, I take my test November 28th. There's a catch. I had to pass the background check, which
Oh, man.
yeah, it's always an issue.
So we're gonna
But-
see Garrett coming up on that property sex scandal porn. He's laughing like, bro, my wife doesn't.
Stop. Ugh, just joking. I'm toasty. She won't be home for another half hour.
Oh, good. Then we can talk freely.
Yep.
Talking freely.
Teach
me how over here. This
flat
word,
Earth,
Jerry.
Yeah, I'm hoping with when I start doing the real estate thing. My brother-in-law is a broker here, and my wife's dad is actually the largest developer in our area.
There you
All from the 80s through the 90s, and then he passed away. But her mom's still in the company and stuff, so she's really like plugged in, and so I'm hoping I can just take off with it. It'll be cool, and then I can do a lot more podcasting and jujitsu, and then I'll be happy. I feel like you're poking me in the eyeball.
I'm just going ouch to ET.
Oh,
Oh, great, it's that guy.
Does
Yes.
Cliff Wall have a like Slipknot mask on or something?
Dude,
No, that's
Slipknot.
ET.
E.T.
Is that ET?
I'm tearing
Oh,
away.
Slipknot.
Wait, that's Disturbed.
everyone, I avoided that
Slither.
guy from Slack.
Who's that guy?
Who is that
He's
guy?
from Slack. That guy from OBDM Slack.
Oh,
Remember?
no.
Mike,
But anybody can come. It's cool. We have an Adam.
And Adam.
And there's that guy. Which Adam?
Hey,
I-
Narcissus Adam.
Oh, okay, there we go. The game master.
Full house.
Dude, we do. I get to be Uncle
Yeah, how many are
Jesse.
we up to now?
We got 10.
I just hope we're not aces and eights.
Oh, what's up, that guy?
You are, brother.
Oh, thank you.
hey Mike,
Me, Mike, or different Mike?
You're the one true Mike.
All right, what's up, Jerry?
There is no Mike but Mike.
Labia Mike?
That can be only half a dozen.
What you gonna do when that t-shirt comes for you? T-shirt.
that's right. We had 3 fucking Adams in the room the other night. Remember?
Yeah, there was. It was an Adam party. D&D.
Adam, and Steve.
We need some Eves.
We do need some Eves.
Adam and Steve.
So what do you guys think about the name change the channel for my podcast?
Change the channel?
Yeah.
I think you could predict the results.
That's
What do you
great.
think of the, what do you think of the name Nutsack Jones?
I've already reserved frontal lobotomy. That's mine.
Well, I'm thinking, for one, it's like you look at it like, what, you know, that would attract my attention. But it's also, I don't know, I can be a smart ass, you know. Well, I'm ripped. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Guys. I'm totally lost.
So what's your channel about?
It's gonna be kind of a mixed bag, but like right now I've got lined up an imam from the mosque here.
Yeah.
The leader of the Sikh temple, because we have the largest Sikh population, and so we have a lot of Sikhs and several Muslims and then Hindus, all like in our area. It's really heavy Actually, we're the white folks are minorities here.
I came in late
from Wisconsin,
but where are you?
I'm in Yuba City, California. Well, Sutter, California, right outside of Yuba City. And then I've got some old criminals. Like I've got a guy that anything about their names.
Do I know one of them?
Nope.
I appreciate you not telling them anything about me.
Are they gonna have to have like voice modulation?
I think I'm gonna run that with them when I do that, because I was gonna call it gurus and outlaws, or gurus and criminals or something, because it's mostly gonna be weird leaders and then the outlaws.
I like that better.
Really?
Yeah, but there's no gurus on the show.
I'd rather you call it the 1%.
The Hindu guy is actually a guru, and so is the Sikh guy. They're both gurus.
Is he the love guru?
And those are going to be some of my first interviews.
Guru.
And then guru, you know, like you could, anybody that literal, if you want to go literal guru, yeah, I mean, that's kind of limited, but lots of people consider like guru is kind of an open term now, you know, at least in my generation with us.
I'm the AB guru, I understand.
Cursed millennials.
Why
So
don't you call it You Hear It with Garrett?
Ooh.
You know,
You hear it.
I try to keep my name out of as much stuff as possible, actually. No, it's okay. My name's on the screen. I decided I had to just get over that at some point, but I would never use my company name is not my actual name. Everybody else's, you know, Bob Smith Flooring and stuff. I used another name. I don't know.
So Garrett, did you ever read any Robert Anton Wilson?
No.
Okay.
I haven't read much.
Okay, so there's this collection of stories. It's not really a collection of stories. It's a long story with a whole bunch of threads in it. And Robert Anton Wilson is he's like the old, God, I don't even know what to call him. He's like the progenitor of a lot of the conspiracy stuff that you've ever read or heard about ever. And he wrote a series of books that are collectively called the Illuminatus trilogy.
Great fucking books.
Oh yeah,
Reading
seriously,
right now.
Definitely worth reading. I was hooked within the first 2 pages, so I'll just put it down.
Oh, that's awesome. It is excellent.
I read it when I
the
was
reason
12.
reason why I'm bringing it up is because there's a thread that happens partway through one of the stories, and it's been long enough since I've read them that it escapes me at the moment. That John Dillinger, the bank robber from the Midwest, right?
Right.
Sort of serves that dual role of guru and villain.
Right.
And it's really bizarre to sort of unpack all that stuff. So if you have an opportunity, I would recommend it.
Okay,
It's a doorstop of a book. You can probably pick it up at whatever bookstore is still open or Amazon, I guess.
Yeah.
So Gary, what else are you trying to go for with the podcast? So brainstorm names.
Well, the main thing, like right now, what I have lined up, but I realize it's not going to be. I can't keep that forum constant, like with the Gurus and Outlaws, and run a show for 5 years. I'll run out of people eventually. So I liked that name, but like change the channel. I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. For some reason, I liked that last night.
You can keep running with the liberal definition of guru. Just everyone in theory is a guru.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if they know something about a topic, you can make that stretch.
Own your world.
Yeah, and then I could throw other stuff in the middle too, because like I've got some other stuff. Like my wife's a domestic violence counselor, and she works with like trafficking victims and stuff. And there's a lady here that she actually works directly for her, but she goes all over the state of California, Washington, Oregon, and all that stuff, and sets up programs. And she's like, kind of famous. And I want to interview her because they've got some really trippy stories too. Just pretty much anything that's interesting, at least to me. And I'm sure there's other people out there that hopefully will find it interesting.
Maybe it'll come to you in a dream, the real name. I think that change of channel is kind of generic.
Really?
Yeah, it's like like one of those old Nickelodeon game shows or something.
I think Vomitorium is probably better.
Vomitorium.
I'm glad I read it by everybody.
I could come up with like a million ideas.
2 fingers, 1 cup.
2 fingers, 1 cup.
What was the name of the street that you were born on?
2 fingers, 1 throat.
Ooh.
There you go. Oh, yeah, you go.
2 fingers, 1.
I didn't hear it.
Well, I don't know what street I was born on. I know from what I remember, it was Glen Street, but I don't know.
What was the name of the first girl you ever kissed?
Yeah.
Oh,
this sounds like the beginning of a stripper name.
Oh yeah,
Russell.
Why
would you name a podcast Russell?
What about the Glen Street Blues podcast?
The Glen Street Blues
Project.
Podcast project
of Vomitorium.
That's actually not bad.
Glen Street Blues Project. Yeah.
Okay.
Or Glen Street Detour.
Project Guru.
Yeah. I like that combo. I would.
Project Guru.
Like, yeah.
Gurus and Gangsters.
I'm a weirdo, huh? Yeah, Gurus and Gangsters isn't bad either. I thought about that too.
Gurus and Gangsters.
It's right there. I mean, it's on point.
Gurus and skin tags.
Skin tags, yes.
Gurus and Gangsters sounds like an esoteric mob RPG.
Yes, that would be awesome. We need to make it.
We should.
Dude, that would be fun.
That'd be badass. And Jerry can do it.
Oh man,
in 200 years, people are going to be playing an RPG called Gurus and Gangsters.
I hope so.
Is Jerry on still?
Oh,
In
Jerry's
real
still
life.
on. Jerry's on twice.
Jerry's really good with computers.
Somebody's
well,
got
he could see. He talks about he's not a hacker. He speaks 10 computer languages. He's not a hacker. He's above a hacker. It's different. What he could do.
He's a translator.
He's a
the
hipster
computer is
hacker.
just a bunch of a
He's
million
the
little
magus.
pieces around.
Hipster hacker.
I have an interesting story to tell you about Magi later.
Uh-oh.
Why do we gotta wait till later? Unload
So
it.
I have to enhance my comm.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I already told you your
and-
name, Jerry. You're a magus.
Jerry. Hey, but are you there, Jerry? And you can actually choose a topic. I won't push anything. I'm not coming from.
No, you got to give me a topic. I don't want to just bullshit.
We'll go over them though. I'll give you a couple because I've got like 5 or 6 I can go over with you. That would be really cool. That we could spend 2 hours on.
Jerry, you could do like the history of pinatas.
I could.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Actually, I'd even do one on the programming stuff. I think I would like to do that at some point. I don't understand it. I don't know anything about, and let somebody explain it to me. And listen.
No, is there any truth to the history that I've heard that they used to just feed goats candy and then just beat them until the candy came out?
No.
Oh, I hope that's true.
What did we find out about how cats got 9 lives?
9 lives?
What wasn't it like 3?
God, that was the worst possible answer. Whoever gave
yeah,
that.
that's right. We did figure that out, didn't we?
3 to
I just
play.
want to say, go back to
3
the
to
goo
play,
chat.
3 to. Oh yeah, go for it, Jerry.
If one of you guys was black, it could be the Black Guru hour.
The Black Goo hour?
You need a black
Black
goo.
Black
Is
Guru.
that an X-Files reference? X-Files?
Black goo?
Black Goo's
Yeah.
other stuff. I mean, the X-Files talks about it, but
Opium?
other people do.
Opium. Black tar.
My screen's not a touch screen, damn it. Not on my phone anymore.
Just putting holes in your monitor.
I still want to brainstorm
Origin of pinata.
Mexico.
That's all it's gonna say.
Smoked some
Whoa,
black
whoa!
tar
Pinatas
hash.
may have originated in China.
Texted you there, Garrett.
No.
Yeah. What about?
You know, what didn't originate in fucking China?
That is true.
America?
It was from Singapore.
Maybe it was the fat kid that got all the candy first, and they beat him until it all came out.
Singapore used to be
possible.
part of China.
Right. It was
What
in
about a podcast on
Pittsburgh.
The Angst Cast. I like that. Bleeps and bloops. That's a good one.
I still want to brainstorm Garrett's podcast name.
Dude, do it. That's why you're the reason we have a podcast, because we brainstorm podcast names.
Kind of like Battery Forge.
What is it? Pottery Forge?
Ass Hattery Forge.
The Ass Hattery Forge. Donkey.
Have you guys tried to go to Maximum Fuckery lately?
Oh no, I'll go right now.
What about Aluminium Podcast?
Aluminium? We're not British. There's no Brits here.
Purposely aluminium.
Garrett doesn't
I'm
strike me as a
Australian,
person that easily bends.
Ooh, it redirected me to chaoticwave.com, Noxmente, and Hive.
Shit,
Nice.
I'm sorry. I thought it went to. I originally had gone to your Libsyn page.
Oh no, it's going to you. But I like this. I've never seen this page before. How long has this been up? How long has this been up? Really?
Years.
Huh.
2 years to be exact.
What's the page? I missed it.
MaximumFuckery.com.
Easter eggs on your webpage?
Maximum Fuckery. Okay.
So any new Vegas revelations?
Who deleted that? God damn it.
People are getting triggered.
Just like you predicted, dude.
Vegas revelations? Anybody?
That guy. Yeah, what are you thinking, man?
I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah, generally I try to stay away from it, but what I've seen, it kind of looks like an arms deal gone sideways. There's just too much stuff laying around in the room, but my opinion is worth exactly what you're paying for it.
Yeah, nobody here claims to know anything. It's all speculation.
Garrett,
was it? I think it was. Maybe it was Comey that said it. That the people who don't know are talking, and the people who know aren't saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
There is a 100% chance that we will or will not ever find out what happened.
Well,
what the specific distribution is, I don't know.
It depends on if Trump releases the JFK papers.
Why do you think it depends on that?
dude, those won't get released. That's good.
People are gonna go fucking ape shit.
Yeah, they already claimed they won't release them because there will be civil unrest. Like people will lose their shit.
That's the reason they don't want them to be released.
Yeah.
They won't release
I mean,
what?
I get that, but why is that the gating factor? Is it like an indicator of willingness? Or
In
is
my
it...
head, this is my opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
Sure. Okay.
That will open a floodgate of shit that's going to get released.
All right.
There
Okay.
will be other implications in there, just not, JFK related.
Yeah, the JFK papers. Well, that's like how, or it could just be a whole like how the 28 pages of the missing 9/11 shit. They ended up releasing it, but it was all redacted, and like.
This won't be that way.
No.
What makes you think Trump will actually release it?
He's a time traveler. Why wouldn't he?
Because I honestly think that he's in there as a monkey wrench to fuck shit up.
And they left him alive?
What?
Maybe he's just a monkey.
I think there are white hats in every place.
Did you hear that weird sound?
I would agree with that.
I did. Sounded like that thing from.
I gotta go. Wait. This is unrelated. You guys, everyone just stopped?
Yep.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about Garrett's podcast.
Garrett's podcast? Okay.
Called the White Noise Podcast. The White Noise.
I like that.
Ooh, I actually like that.
Okay, there's an issue with that though.
Because you're white?
Pink
noise. Those criminals I was telling you about.
One of his name is White Noise.
Okay,
They're Aryans.
With the Z, motherfucker.
The big ones that I know that like personally, they're white supremacist guys.
Oh, man, maybe not.
Yeah.
The white noise is fitting.
Like it feels weird. Well, it's like a weird topic to even take on.
That could be a competitor to Stormfront, actually.
Like the robberies and all that kind of stuff. I really want to hear that because like there's a story even that's about of priceless violence.
Hammer skins.
When you're south, obviously, we don't have a lot of those here.
I'm thinking about things canceling out on your podcast, like just things getting canceled out. Like,
right. Doesn't that suck though? Like, yeah, that's an awesome name. If it
in the back and they have white noise that cuts down the noise of the engine because they're super, super loud.
Really?
You know what? What if I just didn't give a shit about being politically correct and named it that anyways? Because I don't really care that much about being politically correct.
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
Not be fucking politically correct. That's mind control.
Yes.
Don't let it be charged. It's just the word white and noise and what white noise is.
I feel like she's like, I thought of it.
No, I keep it. I'm not starting that.
What that is, the term for that is called interference. And when you get interference, that's the exact opposite of one wave. It cancels it out.
I mean, you could go completely off axis and call it, like
Axis of Evil podcast
or some damn thing.
You could call it maximum fuckery. I have the best domain name for that.
It's true. $3,000.
You could also call it buttfuck juice. I have the best domain name for that one too.
It's true.
You're the guy that took that domain, you son of a bitch.
Damn it, I've been trying to get that.
I went through about 100 of them in chat. I was laying them out.
It's true. That was a good night.
That was a good night. I love that.
Behind the sun.
That's out with nothing but a credit card and a dream.
No, it's a coupon from GoDaddy.
Behind the sun.
Behind the Sun podcast.
Dude, you have pogostick.com.
I do. I own that.
That's impressive.
Almost 17 years.
Pretty up and down about that channel, though.
So how many offers have you gotten on pogostick.com, Jerry?
Many.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Not giving in.
Nope.
Oh,
Concrete
the highest ever got negotiated was 150,000.
Wow.
That's
And?
still too low. I didn't sell it.
Oh, dude.
I was going to. It's a long story.
Think of all the. Yeah, I think it was on one of our intros, actually. If you want to go back and listen. Yeah.
You could buy a house in Eastern Washington and a year's supply of grass for that.
Oh, that's not bad.
$150,000.
Yeah.
Is that are you out in Washington State or right?
No, actually, I'm in Idaho.
Oh, Midwest.
You're the hoe?
No.
It's not Midwest.
Anything that isn't on the coasts is Midwest.
Who is this person that I cannot see?
No.
Yeah, what's the smoky?
He's got tape on his camera.
I don't care, but who is it? Do we
All
know?
right. Hang on a second.
Just tell me who it is.
James
I
brought
don't
him
care
in.
about seeing you.
He's from the OBDM chats. He's a cool dude.
Is it the dude we talked to the other night?
Oh, no tape.
Yeah, no tape. All right. All right.
No, it's not him. That's some other dude.
No, it's
Hi,
some
dude.
other guy.
It's
Oh,
Santa
that guy.
Claus's
That guy.
Hey,
brother.
look, listen. I was thinking that you were Mike. His name was Mike, right?
Oh, Midnight Mike. Oh no.
He
Yeah,
was
Mike
our
did come in
chats
the other night.
Very not Midnight Mike.
Yes.
I didn't know, and
Yeah.
I thought you just. were
That's
using a
why
different
there was the
or
mic
something.
confusion earlier. It's all making sense now.
So there was a liberal, I understand, on here somewhere.
Liberal Mike, yeah.
Yeah, liberal
It
Mike's gone.
Sounds
It's
horrible.
all coming back to me, said the man.
He was driving. Yeah.
I named that guy.
It's true.
Liberal
You did.
Mike?
You coined the liberal Mike name. That is true.
Yeah, we all met in I don't know if you've heard of Grimerica show. It's a show out of Canada, and they started like a Google Hangouts channel.
Wait, they're Canadian?
We all
Canadian,
and so we all met on that, and then it just morphed into a bigger thing, and then we all want to do podcasts because of them now. So me and Greg
podcasting.
started one, and I've known Jerry for a really long time, and Felix here, he's the guy that does our jingles and stuff.
Cliff Wall, not Felix. Cliff Wall.
And then
What is your problem, dude?
Yes, my
Google
son.
after you.
Oh, what about the crucifixion podcast for Garrett?
What about the crucifixion?
No, but you know what? That's interesting.
Seems
though,
kind of
'cause
heavy.
I've got a bunch of really crazy Christian people coming on too that are.
I would call it. I got it. I got the perfect name.
Stigma.
Speaking in tongues podcast, or handling the snake handler. The snake handlers.
How about the Ministry of Truth?
Stigma Smegma. Nice.
Well, the Smegma podcast. Smegma.
Nobody wants to think about that.
Grim, you're coming in really hot.
I'm coming in hot. Like how hot am I coming in? I gotta turn some shit.
You were turning my OBS red, buddy.
I was turning it red.
You're coming in Britney Spears.
Oh, you're
hot,
streaming
bro.
too, Jer?
I'm about to.
How's it coming in now? Am I still coming in hot?
Warm it up, Chris.
Is it coming in too low?
Now a little bit titty hair up.
How's this right here?
A little bit more.
Tiddlywinks.
How's this right here?
Beautiful. That's fucking
Okay.
beautiful.
Excellent.
How about me?
Oh, you're coming in good. Like sweet butter.
Buttery smooth.
Melt,
Do I have to read
melty
erotic
butter.
fiction again?
Yes, tons of erotic fiction.
I don't think I want to stream this. Shirt mail.
Oh, shirt man.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when
Do
you
when-
comes for you?
So is my audio obviously coming in
When Jerry
as
comes
a
on you? What?
POS amateur kind of level?
No, you're coming in good
So
actually.
you're using your computer speaker, it sounds like.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not that bad. Like it's.
I've got some external speakers, but the mic is a Logitech webcam. So
It's warming the cockles of my heart.
Oh, it sounds like
this is more than I ever wanted to know about your cockles.
This is what you sound like, dude.
Oh, liberal Mike's here, all buttoned up and looking good.
This is a Logitech webcam mic. If you
Oh,
can
okay.
hear me.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not
Hey,
horrible,
how's it going, brother?
but it's not buttery smooth.
Buttery smooth. Get the Yeti.
Yeah, so there's this problem with me getting off my wallet.
No, it's all good. I'm just hassling.
I know, it's all good.
We always hassle the new people.
Totally okay.
It's a rite of
So
passage.
I've been a new guy for the last 10 episodes, Jerry.
You've been a new
Dude,
guy.
I never
yes.
hassled you. What are you talking about? I'm the one who gets picked on around here.
So
No.
Bigfoot sighting in Northern California. What do you guys think? Did you see any of that
Was it
footage?
in North Carolina?
Premonition of-
It's my ex-wife.
No, it was Northern California, the most recent one.
Oh,
What do you guys think of Bigfoot?
Sean is Northern California.
His feet smell.
Take a shot.
Yeah, would you
There was,
shoot
there was
Bigfoot?
supposed to be a sighting up here.
Yeah,
not-
I'd shoot him. I had to think about that for a long time. I would
You'd
shoot
shoot
him.
him? Really?
Yeah, because if you don't, he's gonna disappear through another dimension and you'll never get a
Or
chance.
kill you.
But what if people have tried
Nah,
and
he
you can't
doesn't
shoot
kill
him?
people.
What?
Like
If
some
you went to
Skinwalker
his
Ranch.
I don't
dimension,
think you'd be able to hit him, but I'd
get
try.
shot on sight. I mean, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Shoot him. I know it's terrible. You gotta
Can't
see
you
what he
do one
looks
of
like
your
inside.
jujitsu moves
Yeah, dude,
and
couldn't
just
you choke him out or something?
He would
You don't
just
have to kill him.
disappear into another dimension.
Oh,
I think if you could shoot him before he had a chance to go through whatever little weird thing that he disappears through, maybe you could stop him. I
Maybe,
don't think
maybe
so.
you
I
could
have a
go
feeling
with
he's
him.
really weird spirit.
Maybe you could choke
if
him
you-
and
if you
jerk him
tried to
off at the same time while you went through the portal. Be like a tri-bang thing.
If you tried to choke him out, you'd have to let go of him to call somebody on your cell phone or snap a picture. So, you're kind of screwed either way, right?
I would be happy just knowing I saw him.
Yeah, that's how
Whether
I
I took
feel.
the shot
It's
in
not a
it.
him, it's them.
It's a they.
It's usted.
Yeah, dude, they'll sue you for using the improper.
No, I mean, I'm in California.
pronoun, yeah.
They use
The
the
Sklee.
Yeah,
I
this
saw Sklee.
You're
What
gonna
was,
trigger a bunch of big feet.
What was that weird monster on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? The weird.
Oh, what was
things
that?
like,
Monster.
Yes, it was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I want to say it wasn't an
Oh,
Excellent
I don't remember
Adventure.
that one. I could tell you all about the first one.
they're like
So-
these two
The
monsters that
second one sucked with
Dude,
Socrates.
but it was cool.
Oh boy,
When you were
So
young.
great.
Google's burning up.
aren't they remaking those? The Bill and Ted. They're
Are
remaking-
they?
God,
I don't know. Keanu
why?
Reeves probably needs
Not-
a job.
Keanu Reeves
No,
is
Keanu
gonna
Reeves.
What is that thing?
be back in it. They're gonna reboot it.
No, they're just gonna make a sequel film to the ones
Hey,
already
Adam.
out.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah.
One,
Like, John
major
Wick.
props on the Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt. Two, the reboot on Ghostbusters fell on its face. I just don't think we should do that. I don't approve.
Am I?
I forgot all about the reboot.
As did everybody.
When
Wow.
the trailers
There
I
bad,
couldn't
was
even
a
watch it. It was so bad.
Ghostbusters reboot.
Couldn't even
It started
watch
off slow, but then I kind of liked it. I don't know.
I hated the
I-
Ghostbusters reboot so bad. I bought it and then used it for a coaster.
Okay.
These
I
guys,
didn't know it existed.
these guys
Yeah,
right
there it
here.
is.
You're lucky.
Station?
Station, yeah.
Oh, Station.
There it is.
What the hell is that?
It's big
Station
Chris.
Bill and
movie
Ted's.
all time.
Oh,
Jim Henson
right, the
just needed extra
station.
money.
I remember that.
And then Dead. Yeah.
That's another reboot, though, right? They're coming out with a new one, I heard.
I don't
That's
know.
about- yeah, that's what we just said.
Let's talk about that.
Talked about what?
That's
It's
Chris
a
Wall exclusive.
What
It's
you
a-
just said.
It's a third
Oh.
sequel.
Possibly.
Just possibly. It'll be
And
good.
when my dogs start barking, I'm hanging up real fast too, guys. By the way, just so you know.
This
are
is
you
great.
getting another
Okay.
shipment of drugs?
No, his wife's
Oh,
gonna
there's
beat his
there's
ass.
the book, Mike.
What about the dogs barking
Oh.
podcast?
I know
Hey,
how
what's
that
that
goes.
like?
Dogs barking
That
podcast.
book, Mike?
His wife beats my ass
That's
all
the
the
book we were
time.
talking about before.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I got,
Illuminati.
I got some
Okay.
nerd reading right now.
Nice.
Love you,
Oh,
brother.
man, that brings back memories.
Dude, all three of
What's the nerd
them.
reading? What is it?
It's some Legend of
What am I
Dritz.
missing there?
Dritz Doran. You know, he's a drow.
Dude,
Dark
we got
elf.
enough for Hollywood Squares now.
Dude, we do.
Where's Suzanne?
Who's
She
Paul
had
Mac?
to go. After
Why?
calling us all ladies. She probably had to pick up somebody.
I hope so. I hope she wasn't in a sausage fest fit.
It's very possible that could have happened.
Two-handed sausage fest.
That's just Tuesday night, for God's sakes.
It's Thursday night, dude.
Hey, that guy is that a 3D
Oh,
printer
it is
behind you?
Thursday night.
Yeah, that's a 3D
It is
printer.
Thursday. You're right. Yeah.
It's Thursday.
So,
Thursday.
so Graham, that 3D printer back there is what I was making the giveaways for OBDM.
Oh, the little Bigfoots, wasn't that?
That's where they, yeah,
Oh,
Are you that guy that bailed on the show?
I'm that guy.
No, he's not
Awesome.
Joe. Joe was the one that bailed on the show.
No, Joe bailed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were that guy.
they're taking a break.
He's that other guy.
I
He's
I asked
like-
Mike.
No, I'm that guy. He's Joe.
Are they going on counseling? Need a counselor?
I asked Mike to come on. He said he was. I didn't. They just got done recording
It's
or
gonna
something.
devolve into some Abbott and Costello jokes real soon.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Abbott!
Who's doing what with the recording? James?
No, Mike. OBD. I asked him to come on. Since we were doing a hang or whatever, and he said they just processed and then they just got done recording or something. So
Oh, Thursday
I
night
thought that was
recordings?
yesterday that he did that.
I
Yeah,
know,
they
but I
usually
don't think I don't think I got a show in my feed.
No, dude, I got a shitload of shows on my feed today.
He might have been editing it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, but
Hey, Green Steak. I was
yeah?
at Walmart the other day and I was gonna buy a One Punch Man poster, but I talked myself out of it.
Dude, you should have. It's a great show.
Man.
One Punch Man is
Yeah.
awesome.
Maybe I'll go back and buy it.
Yeah, do it.
Like $4.
It's totally
Is
worth
that the
it.
car?
I'll send you
anime
this,
one?
I'll send you my address and you could donate it to the show.
I saw some e-juice the other day. It was called 1 Inch Punch juice.
Oh, nice. Some Kill Bill juice.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would taste like.
It tastes like Uma Thurman.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what's the flavor for 1-inch punch juice?
1-inch punch, yeah.
What was that guy?
I didn't say anything. I was just laughing.
Do you guys remember that movie where a hole opened up in the backyard of a house and like all these little tiny gremlins came out?
Yeah.
Like the hole, probably.
I think it was called The Hole.
Yeah, that one always scared the crap out of me when I was younger.
Same here. And Cat's Eye. Remember Cat's Eye?
Oh, I just saw that come across the release feeds lately.
Yeah, it was Drew Barrymore when she was a little kid, just like around ET time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was like this little fucking gremlin dude that would come out when you were sleeping, and he would steal their soul by sucking it out. He'd like breathe in, he would stand right above on your chest, and he'd start breathing in and suck your soul out. And then and then the cat was like protecting, Drew Barrymore or whatever, and little dude stabbing the cat and shit. He's got this little knife that's like a fucking half-inch long, it's but pretty creepy, man.
Do you remember back in the 70s there was this made-for-TV movie called The Trilogy of Terror? It was on ABC, and it had a little doll like that. Karen Black was in this episode where she brought home this like what looked like an antique, but it was actually some kind of voodoo doll that came to life and tried to kill her.
Yikes!
It's awesome.
Here, I got one for you. I don't know if anyone ever remembers this one, but was it like Unsolved Mysteries maybe? But there was this one where they did this dramatization of people who would be in their like bathroom, and then all of a sudden they'd look in the mirror and there'd be this guy that would just appear behind them to like choke them or whatever. I don't know if it was Unsolved Mysteries, but it was some weird, scary like dramatization. And for the longest time, every time I was in front of the mirror, I was spooked.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, you took the word right out of my mouth.
That sounds like Bloody Mary.
Control, my friend.
But it's some guy though that would like choke people.
Anyone ever try the light as a feather, stiff as a board thing?
No. What about say Biggie Smalls 3 times in the mirror? You ever tried Biggie Smalls? Biggie Smalls will show up,
and then you'll feel a crushing weight on your chest.
Get back. Don't tempt me. I swear to God, I'll do it.
I think I saw in the Slack chat the other day that like a 400-pound fat chick, man, sat on their kid for punishment and ended up killing him.
Yes.
That's messed up.
It's America. That's what that is.
America and grilled cheese sandwiches and meat mountains.
Dude, tons of meat mountains.
See, that's the reason I've had nothing to do with news broadcasts since the age of 26, because otherwise it makes me want to resign violently from the species, because for fuck's sake.
So are you going to be a cabbage, or what would you be if you weren't a human?
A gnat.
I don't know. I suspect, though, I would, however, be able to answer that question about what comes after.
Maybe.
True.
Okay.
Or maybe it's all just the same thing. Maybe we all already died in 2012 or something.
Oh, well, if that's the case. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I saw this show. I think it was called Lost, right?
I was like, wait. We're all trapped in Groundhog Day, only it's fucking decades long.
Maybe. We just don't. We aren't aware. Who knows?
Yeah, and we're going to be born back into the same life, into the same screwed up shit over and over again.
That's why we get deja vu, because we're getting glimpses of a previous life.
That's not a stretch.
Well,
You've already died and been born again, and then died and been born again, and exist all in a single moment. But we subscribe to these long narratives of life that we've lived in and existed in, occasionally, to break up the monotony of existing all at once. That's my peace, love, and granola side of it.
Preach.
Do you guys remember the episode of Grimerica where the guy was on there and he said he was taking the quitting smoking pill, and he had a dream that he was like really good buddies with a couple people, and they were really good buddies for like 10 years, and then he woke up from a dream and it was like sad that he didn't have these friends anymore?
Oh man.
I just saw.
Yeah, that's kind of like that moment where I'm just about to bust and then I wake up and it wasn't.
There's a Rick and Morty where the kid plays where Morty plays that game Roy or Life for Roy. Where he goes to this virtual reality and lives somebody's life, and like comes out of the game 3 minutes later with a score.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
So I'm guessing that I'm probably the last guy on the planet to see Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Just check.
There's a rock that you're under.
It's a great show.
I am in the basement, so technically, yeah, I kind of am under a rock. But
Is it your mother's basement?
No, it's
good.
But I bought it for her. No, I'm kidding.
I watched.
I killed her for it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I
You saw
watched
the film, didn't you? No, I was watching. Well, I was coming back from Ireland, and I was watching over like 2 rows up on a Delta flight, watching somebody's kid watching this watching Rick and Morty. And it was like the freakiest shit ever. I mean, with no soundtrack. I thought, what are we putting in our kids' heads?
It's like Ren and Stimpy.
But Ren and Stimpy is high art.
Yes,
it just looks weird.
I watched bootleg versions of season 2 of Rick and Morty, and it like ruined it because they pitched it up, like they pitched up the audio like a half step, so it was all just high pitched, and I didn't really enjoy it, probably because of that. But season 1 was really awesome.
Clifford, listen, I'm telling you, Clifford, you really just got to reach down deep, Clifford. You just got to work with me, okay? Because you got to understand that it's all fucking meaningless, okay? Whether it's too high a pitch or it's too slow, it's fucking meaningless, all right? You just got to, like, look at it and accept it for what it is and find what appeals to you, Clifford. I need you to do that for me.
Wubba lubba lubba. Pretty damn good.
You channeling John Cena or something? What's going on here?
No, I drink like a motherfucker and say wubba lubba tub tub every day. That's what's going on.
All right. I'm with you, bro. This is Rye 3.5.
Ooh.
I was doing some
Sleeper
Larceny 92 proof because I don't want to touch my Widow Jane high quality bourbon, and I'm not feeling Booker's 110 proof or the Wild Turkey 100 proof. Wine's good because my sister-in-law drank all of my vodka.
Oh, damn.
And you drank a whole bottle of champagne last night.
I like Kirkland's vodka.
Kirkland's got some damn good vodka.
It's fucking Belvedere. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, Belvedere is actually made in Poland.
I know, because the bottle doesn't know how to open properly.
So I was just there like last week. I know this sounds weird. The guys on OBDM are convinced that I'm a freaking spy. I'm not a spy.
We have a spy.
You got a 3D printer. You might
Wait,
be.
are you with the CIA?
Nope.
Do you know Nomad?
No.
Not with the CIA.
Nomad's totally with the CIA.
I'm a shoe salesman. That's my line. I'm a shoe
Are
salesman.
you Nomad's handler?
Ooh, you sell fine Polish shoes?
No. People
Only
people
left
need
ones.
shoes. So I was in Poland. So they've got these. The vodka is kind of their shtick, right? So they have a Chopin vodka that is it's made from, they make vodka from different kinds of stuff there, and they don't have the same kind of purity.
Nocturna number 5.
So they make it out of potatoes, they make it out of rye, they make it out of wheat. So
wheat vodka.
The rye and the wheat, they distill it a lot, and there's like no flavor in it at all. But that said, it'll do the job, right? But the potato vodka, they don't distill it as much, and you still get a little bit of the potato, and it's kind of a nice flavor. And they have there's a special, I don't know what they call it, like a special bottling of this Chopin vodka. They call it Chopin Single, and I have no idea if we can get it here. But what they'll do is they do it like wine, where you pick a particular kind of grape, they pick a particular kind of potato, and they do it like 1 year, like 1 year's potatoes, like 2012 potatoes, and they distill that into vodka.
That was a good year for potatoes.
I guess. But it was slamming good, and it just, if you have an opportunity, I would recommend it. But the vodka that we get here, regardless of where it's made, is not the same. It's not the same because they have to distill it too much here.
I've had Irish whiskey in Ireland.
Awesome.
It's very different.
You want
get
to
it.
So cool.
It's different.
You want
I
a
was
cookie?
just
Yes.
Sean, you want a
I left
cookie?
Warsaw and flew to Cork.
Get down over there, you
All right,
fucking
later, guys.
peasant.
They just got crushed by a freaking hurricane.
Poland?
No, yeah, Poland got crushed by a hurricane. No, Cork
Oh, who
just got
just
whacked.
left?
What happened with that? Was it Ian? Was it?
What?
Can you not hear me?
No, I
No,
can hear you. I just don't know
Oh.
what do you mean.
Which hurricane? The one, Ophelia, or the new one?
You got me. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a
No,
big
there-
freaking wind.
there's
It's the
two.
first one they've
There's
seen
two.
in a bazillion years. Let's see.
Yeah, there was one last week. It was just a tropical storm, though.
No, I think it was a Category 1 when it landed.
Oh,
Keep talking.
Somebody's playing
Bring the
Nocturne
volume
9.
you
You're
guys
talking
know
about Chopin.
do you guys know about the song that people committed a lot of suicide to? It's called like what, Moody Mondays or Moody Sundays or something.
Yeah, it's a fucking depressing ass song.
What is the song called?
I don't remember the name of it.
Something Mondays, and it's like a song from like the 30s, and then supposedly people that listen to it, if you listen to it, you want to like commit suicide.
Yikes.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to hear that. So,
I listened to it. I'm still here.
can I have your watch when you're dead?
Or maybe I died in 2012.
Yes.
It's possible.
We've already died, and we've already been born. We've already died and been born in this life and the
We're
next
in the
life.
pit.
We have already existed. Existence is stagnant. We subscribe to linear time. And I don't know why the fuck I chose all you crazy sons of bitches to get intertwined with in this life, but it's a good ride so far.
It happens.
That second storm hasn't hit Ireland yet. Never mind. You're talking about Ophelia, yes.
Ophelia, yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
It's Category 3.
God, I
North
love
of whatever fucking latitude hurricanes can't exist above. Hey, Mike.
So, Sean, was that you that was just going all Ecclesiastes on us? This hasn't happened. This has happened before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, hey, guys, listen. Here it is.
Ever since I did ayahuasca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hey.
Respect.
It's a Hungarian song, and it's called Gloomy Sunday. And there's like some like story about it being a song that you listen to, and a ton of people have like committed suicide to it.
Isn't there a movie like that?
Yeah, maybe.
Where people like hear
Sunday,
a
bloody
videotape and then
Sunday. I want to kill myself whenever I hear you two.
Gloomy. It's a 1932 song by a guy named Rezo Ceres.
Sounds.
That's not
Rezo.
Rezo. Last name Seress.
S-E-R-R. What was it?
S-E-R.
S-E-R-E-S-S.
What?
S-E-R-E-S-S.
Thank you.
Gloomy Sunday.
Rezo. That's a fake fucking name.
Is that
Oh,
coming
no,
through?
there you go.
Is it coming through?
Don't play this shit. We're all going to kill ourselves tonight.
That's the plan.
No.
I'm already dead.
It's true. This
On
might
the
kill
inside.
this might kill the YouTube stream.
So completely.
Oh, it's a classical music thing?
Well, there's
Yeah,
lyrics. There's
That's
lyrics.
interesting.
It'd be
I knew
an abrupt end to the podcast, wouldn't it?
This isn't a podcast.
It's just
There's-
a
They'll
shit
be
show.
talking about
It's
this
just a
for
hangout.
eons.
Yeah, just well,
Yeah.
it's live streaming on YouTube, but we don't have listeners, so nobody's watching.
You can't really call a live stream a podcast. It's just
Yeah, I
We
mean,
need
if
to
I
call it-
Oh,
we
man,
need
I
to
gotta troll it
come up
too.
with a new term.
a live stream,
Live stream.
This guy was born on January
stream.
11th.
Why don't
So
we
he
call
died?
it? Why don't you call it a seizure cast?
seizure
So it
cast?
can't
A
be too
sea-setting?
deadly. I mean, it was in Schindler's List. I mean, a lot of people saw that and didn't kill themselves.
No, but they left in tears.
Did you guys read Infinite Jest?
Infinite Jest? No.
Oh, yeah.
I read that. Who
read
wrote
that?
that?
David Foster Wallace.
It's an old book, right? Like 20 years old.
Probably, yeah. He committed suicide, but it's like a long book, and it's all about this video that everybody watches, and it totally is. It's so entertaining that it makes you like
Yeah.
comatose.
Yeah.
a real long read, like 1,000-page.
7 days.
It's like a smart ass version of The Ring. Yeah, exactly.
Is that what that sounds like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that bit. Okay, yeah.
And every other spin-off of it.
Ringu.
Mm-hmm.
Ringu. The Japanese just co-opt English words and make them a little bit longer and add an ooh at the end, like beer is beer. And an elevator is
That's all
elevator.
Japanese is. Just English with e's and oohs added to the end of it. I wish it was.
That's just katakana. Hiragana is much smoother.
Is that a genuine leather belt behind you?
Oh, it's genuine, yeah.
Oh,
It is. Hanging up over
Genuinely
there.
for flogging
He
him.
uses it on his prey.
It's
Do you
true.
always put that belt right there, like always?
No,
It's like your
just sometimes. Sometimes I'll forget to put it on in the mornings, and like I'll realize it after I get to work, and I'm like, oh,
Does anybody
God.
wear suspenders?
But no, I usually just tie something up, some sort of string I fashion.
Yeah.
It works though.
Throw an Ethernet cable over your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
some
got
Cat
a
5.
supply of meat twine.
Yeah, butcher's
You know,
twine
I have
works perfect. Butcher's twine is perfect for it. It's been known to happen.
I'm still working on getting the stream going, by the way.
You should tell people it's just a stretched out
Old
hour.
age, man. Old age fucks with that stream, bro.
Old age. It's the prostate.
No, I'm talking.
Ooh. Instead of steampunk, you could call it streampunk.
Streampunk? Ooh, I like that. Oh, Garrett left. That's who left. Okay.
We lost Garrett. Oh,
it just
the wife's
dawned on
home.
me.
He's
Yeah.
getting flogged.
So there's
That's what I do with that
there's
belt.
There's a thread amongst female hackers, if you pardon the pun, about knitting. That would qualify, I think, as string punk.
String punk?
Yeah. They knit all kinds of crazy shit, and it would like female hackers. I don't know. Never mind.
They call it string. Like
This
string
from the
code?
guy that has several reams of
Strings of
ribbons on the shelf behind him.
Dude, this is a 3D printer.
No, that's filament.
Oh, 3D printing. I'm sorry.
That's
It's the man's version of knitting and sewing.
Yeah, exactly. You're not kidding. This is that guy was giving me a hard time. I said, honey, you've been 3D printing for a long time. This is what do you mean? I said, well, you 3D print sweaters and socks and all kinds of crap. He's like, oh, geez, I never really thought about it like that. I'm like, yeah, that's totally what I meant.
The man's version of knitting. I like that.
Yeah. It's like an AR-15 is like men's Barbie.
I think there's a higher penetration value with an AR-15 than with
I was
Barbie,
hoping you were
though.
going to say with a Barbie.
Well, maybe, depending on how you look at it.
Well, you got to pop the arms off and the head off, otherwise you've got an ER visit coming up for you.
Maybe
Not a good night unless it's a visit to the ER.
I just don't like getting gourds taped in my butt.
Yes.
You're gonna shoot your eye out. You're gonna shoot your eye out.
They don't call me prolapsed steak for nothing.
Oh boy.
No, I just call you sausage gasket.
Sausage gasket. James, you look
No,
really
sausage
serious
casing.
over there, man. What are you getting into right now?
Not that I'm looking for a show that I just saw come on Netflix the other night. We were talking about living a life and like living a year. It's like a sci-fi thing. It's like you live a year. What it is like put it is like if you lived a year in like 10 minutes, and like what effect it would have on you.
Barney and Friends?
Like if all your friends died or some weird shit, like
What'd you say, Cliff?
I said, isn't that Barney and Friends?
Barney and Friends? That's possible.
No, that's not the one. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I spent at least 2 years one afternoon at the DMV in Escondido.
I spent 21 years on Mars.
Dude,
Were you serving with Captain K?
Captain K and Corey Good.
Yes.
Masaggio and Obama.
Masaggio
what
and
year?
Obama, yeah. Definitely all just telling truth. Trump's a time traveler. All facts.
I always thought it was Barron that was the time traveler.
Oh,
Baron. Baron just showed up in the book. Oh, I just watched that Super Deluxe video too. I should know these.
Dude, Don, Uncle Don is the key to it all. Remember?
Tesla.
That's right. Got the Tesla papers. Time travel.
The Barron Trump thing, yeah.
Barron Trump was written in that book because Donald Trump went back in time and manipulated something, and he figured out that he had to name his son Barron, but he messed up purposely and put 2 R's in it instead of 1.
Plus, he fucked up the whole thing. He was supposed to carry. What was it? Bring the time machine forward in time and keep it hidden, or what the hell was he going? Oh, his uncle wanted it destroyed.
Okay,
remember?
That's right.
Uncle John found Tesla. Tesla made a time machine, and John Trump was contracted to evaluate all of Trump's or Tesla's papers on this time machine. Knew in the wrong hands it would result in misery and whatnot, so he had his nephew Donald use it to come back. I forget the story from there, but basically that's how he got it. Time travel.
Yeah.
This has got to be like the early 2000s version of the Philadelphia experiment.
Meets Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
Meets Quantum Leap.
Well, the Philadelphia experiment was blown up in the 80s and 90s, right?
The story?
That whole thing was hitting the same.
Yeah.
Which was the Philadelphia experiment? Which one was that?
That was the ship.
They had a
okay.
Yeah, they had a ship, U.S. Navy ship, USS Eldridge. It was a destroyer escort.
The degaussing, that's what it was.
The way the story goes is that they had outfitted it with some equipment that was developed partially under the guidance of Einstein and directly under the supervision, I think, of T. Townsend Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And they were trying to do radar invisibility and ended up getting actual invisibility and teleportation.
Jeez.
So the thing, when they energized the system, it left the Philadelphia Navy Yard or off the coast of Philadelphia and ended up elsewhere.
New York.
And there you go, in New York. Oh yeah, off of what was it? Off of Long Island or something like that.
Right off the beach.
Long Island.
Yeah.
It all comes back to Long Island.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of the foundation for Stranger Things.
Yeah, I think they were able. Yeah, I think that's how they were figuring out this whole parallel dimension or whatever.
Okay, Ultra.
They got pressured into changing the name because it was and the location. I'm sorry, the location because it was supposed to take place on Long Island.
Yeah, we were talking
moved it
about
to Indiana
last night about that because, I was even talking to my wife. She's like, "Did that take place in Montauk in New York?" I was like, "No, I don't think it was." Yeah, and then Cliff Wall said it was Indiana.
It's totally Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Stranger Things story is in Indiana, but the Philadelphia experiment was between the Philadelphia Navy Yard and Montauk.
And I heard
like way out at the end of Long Island.
The thing with the Montauk thing, it's like big satellite. Well, I guess they used to have them all up and down the coast. It was during the Cold War, and it was supposed to detect submarines.
Yeah,
it was the official narrative on these
things. Where?
Yeah, so
Montauk.
I was going to ask you guys. I was going to take a little survey.
What do you got?
Who of all of you guys have a dishwasher at home?
I have a dishwasher.
I do.
Dishwasher.
Does anybody wash dishes with their hands?
I do.
I do.
I used to have to.
I used to.
Yeah. There was a time.
I still do.
If the dishwasher doesn't clean them, I do.
I just let the dog lick the plates and then I stick them in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I still wash them by hand.
There you go.
I usually I'll clean I'll usually clean everything, or at least get it. It's kind of stupid though. It's like, why would I 80% clean it and then 10% throw it in the dishwasher? But
Because you don't trust your dishwasher.
Yeah. Finish the job.
Someone's had some rough relationships with dishwashers.
I don't trust my dishwasher.
I trust my dishwasher.
That's why I wash my dishes by
hand. You can cook fish in your dishwasher too. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, but if you have a new dishwasher, I live in an old house with old appliances.
How often have you cooked fish in your dishwasher, Cliff?
Yeah, it's a great question.
I just heard that.
I don't believe that.
Have you ever cooked eggs on your car?
A nice salmon?
Health stress segment.
Not only is it tasty, but it's squeaky clean.
Yes. Yeah, do you put the little finish balls in there too when you cook the fish?
For some flavoring.
Yes.
And with Dr. Cho's new roadkill bags, you don't have to waste those dogs anymore.
Yeah. Shake and
Is
bake.
that a soundbite?
No, it's not. It should be though.
Is that actually?
Ooh, and I helped.
Oh my god.
Was that fail?
There's an old person. Where did we hear that? That was the old shake and bake ad.
Right.
I helped.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
they're
it's not as old as the ones I watched growing up. So
Man, I don't remember those.
Yeah, and I helped. Well, that was like early 90s.
was like
I remember
in-
those.
yeah.
Those in the 90s.
yeah.
Where's the beef?
Yeah.
I
Where's the
remember. He
beef?
likes
Where's the
it. Hey,
beef was like
Mikey.
early 80s.
There's Arby's, yeah.
Because I just totally killed a spider with my hand.
Good job.
Remember
I
the
grabbed it between my
Did
fingers.
you lick
and
your hand
squished it.
afterwards?
No, I
Yes.
did not.
Good.
No,
You're
I
not
didn't.
blooded then. You have to.
So you did not consume the spider to absorb its power.
I
How
didn't, but I was
foolish.
wondering if like any of it got on me because I squished it with my fingers.
Spider goo. Spider goo. Coming for you.
So Spider-Man got bitten by a radioactive
T-shirt mail.
He was
T-shirt
by.
mail.
I was like on my chair. I had to kill him.
I wonder if you just squish a spider instead of getting bitten by one. Do you just sweat sticky stuff?
Have you ever squished
I'll
a
let you
spider and
know.
then had like a million spider babies run outside of the dead body, like a pregnant
Oh
one?
God, no! That
Yes,
would freak
I've
me
had
out.
that happen.
Oh,
That's
is
freaky as
frightening.
hell.
That is so
Hey,
That's
frightening.
gross.
Grimstick.
Yeah.
How about a bug jingle? Just you talk about bugs.
I like it.
Bug jingle.
'Cause
And I
have
say
one I
we
really
just need to eliminate guests altogether and just have a full show of jingles.
Okay,
Talk
who here-
Do you guys know what a potato bug is?
No, I want to talk about my bug.
Talk about what?
Wait, but have you seen a potato
Wait,
bug?
what do you want to talk about?
Yeah,
I
they're
got a
great.
really cool bug.
You got a cool bug? I've never seen a potato bug.
Sorry.
It's
Oh
an
my
armadillo.
God!
Looks
You
like a
gotta
little
look it
arm.
up. It's so
They're
gross.
roly-poly bugs.
No, potato bugs. California potato bugs.
What kind of bug
That's
do you
something.
have, Cliff? While I'm googling this bug.
Okay. Has anyone ever seen a hummingbird moth?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
I've seen hummingbirds
prehistoric.
by the ton.
Huh?
It sounds prehistoric.
Okay, I saw one and it would look like an alien life form because it really looks like it acts like a hummingbird, like it flaps and swings that fast, and
It's like the Mothman.
it has a little nozzle and it like eats out of flowers. But it was like the weirdest insect I've ever seen. If you look up a video of hummingbird moth,
Hummingbird moth.
There's potato bugs.
Yikes!
okay,
Now I cannot unsee that. Thank you.
yeah, that's
Dude, those are huge.
Dude,
It looks
potato
like a
bugs.
Dude.
a little bit.
Yeah, we had those
I
growing
think I
up.
have them crawling around my house.
I wouldn't doubt it,
Oh,
Gary.
no, no,
You
no.
are a master
no,
of the
they're,
bugs.
They're the big ones. These are not just potato bugs. These are all kinds of bugs.
So that was good.
Potato bugs are the way big ones.
We'll go Northern California potato
You wanna
bugs.
see big-
Fucking
Back up
grody.
those
These things?
fucking banana spiders.
After this, look up a video of a hummingbird moth.
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder if
potato
our
bug.
potato bugs are underground.
God,
I
they're
don't
so
know because
gross.
I've never seen potato bugs that look like that here.
Ugh.
Yeah, they look like.
Well, I dug them up
Oh,
in my
man.
garden
Isn't that cool?
when I was a kid.
These things look pretty
Oh,
sweet.
wow, that's cool.
Hummingbird moths?
You gotta show one with color. 'Cause
Dang.
I've seen one with like color. Yeah, like that, or one with that kind of color. It looks like a hummingbird. I really like at first was like, is that a hummingbird?
Whoa, it's like transparent wings and shit.
It
That
looks
looks
like
like
a
Awesome.
It looks like a morph between a hummingbird and a field mouse.
And a shrimp.
You gotta watch a video of these. These are crazy.
A prawn.
Okay, let's see where I'm going here. This isn't
These-
YouTube,
these-
so it may throw an
That's
ad in my
surprising.
face.
That's all
So
I'm talking
hopefully you don't get rickrolled.
Dude, we might get rickrolled right now. I'm just clicking random shit.
Rickrolled, yeah.
Wait a minute, you're not my mother. My mother clicks on random
What
shit.
is this
She calls
sign?
me- My mother calls me and says, "Why is my computer so slow?" I said, "Mom, you got viruses." She says, "How do I get viruses?" I said, "You got to stop looking at porn, Mom.
Gotta stay off the porn. Yeah, that
You
wouldn't
got to
work
stop
for
looking
me.
at the dick."
Why didn't you
I don't look at porn. Why would you say that?
Because you don't get computer viruses from friction.
You should just go directly.
If you're gonna look at porn, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Someone just pop in.
Maybe.
Yeah, Taylor.
I'm Mark Fraser. The insect
Taylor.
incredible species.
Oh, Taylor, what's up?
Taylor.
That's a real hummingbird.
You can't even see them flapping. As a matter of fact, you can only.
We'll just mute
I
it.
just got back from the bar.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh,
Are you good and drunk?
Oh yeah.
Real fights.
welcome to the CWS Hive.
Speaking of bar, I got to pull my glass. I'll be right back.
Oh, likely story.
Let me do that hawk one over there.
Mike,
Oh, on the bottom?
Go into the right, the hawk, and any of those.
This guy
hawk
down
ones.
here? Or is this an eagle?
No, the hummingbird hawk moth.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Let's check it
No,
out.
it's a hawk and a moth. And a hummingbird.
Man. White line sphinx hummingbird moth?
A sphinx. All right.
30% speed slow motion? That thing's
should be
badass.
33.
You got to see this thing. It's an insect. That's what's bizarre about
Full
it.
screen it, dude. Full screen
I'm
it.
full screening. My computer's probably gonna break. All right,
Totally gonna break.
How
Teach
big
me
is
how
that
to
thing? Like
computer.
3 or 4 inches long?
It was about like this.
That's
Oh,
big.
okay.
Well, those are trumpet flowers, so.
And it
No,
has like a,
they look like
a
trumpet
little
flowers.
nozzle,
No, those are.
like a nozzle like this.
Pretty rad.
Beautiful, but creepy as hell.
Wow, that's sweet.
Looks
Too bad
furry.
This isn't going through the stream.
You guys
I
are all
think
gonna
you could pet it.
see one now,
You're all gonna die.
and you guys are all gonna get jury duty.
I hope so.
No, I will not get jury duty.
Jury
gonna
duty
get-
was actually pretty fun.
Are you talking about
Pauly
Pauly
Shore?
Shore?
Oh, Jinx! Oh, double Jinx!
No, like being on jury, I enjoyed it actually.
So you get paid like $6 a day or something for parking?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's-
No, you get free parking and they're shit ass. No, they don't even pay for parking.
I
They don't-
despise.
Do they
I
still
They
never
don't
ever
pay
did it.
for
Don't they shine your shoes for free?
No.
You get a free shoe shine. You have to.
Free shoe shine.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
gonna get your
right.
fucking shine box.
They shine your shoes.
father-in-law was just on one for like 2.5 weeks. It was ridiculous.
That dude who said that and got Goodfellas just died like a couple weeks ago. Billy
Really?
Batts, the made man, you know?
Hmm.
Really?
Oh, Nomad. Welcome.
Here's our CIA shill.
Yeah,
I
now we have
gotta
2
go now.
CIA.
Hey,
Yes.
dude, your handler's here or beat you.
I gotta sign off. I'm sleepy.
Bye, Cliff. Thanks for joining us.
Peace, homies.
Good night, buddy.
Take
Bye,
care,
Glad
dude.
to
Cliff.
support you, man.
Peace out, bro.
Wait, I gotta say bye to everybody. Okay, see you later, Sean. See you, Grimsteak. See you, James, Jerry, Mike, Taylor, Nomad, that guy,
Thanks, buddy.
Adam. All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Felix.
Have a good one. Have a good
So
weekend.
long, farewell, avidas, and good night. Adieu, adieu to you and you.
You.
Mwah. Need one more for
Love
the round.
you.
Love you guys.
Love
Do you have to
too,
turn the
bud.
lights off 3 or 4 times too?
All right, I'm gonna ignore
Before-
all of you again and go talk to the girls.
All right, bye.
Totally
Sean.
need an
They are
OCD.
Way cooler than
jingle.
you.
Oh,
Did I
probably.
miss an OCD chat?
No.
No, we didn't have one. Or I don't know. I was gone for a while.
No, there was no OCD jingle.
Oh, sexy
Yes.
girlfriend.
Have a lovely night, Sean.
I'll be back unless you guys are all like bailing in the next 20 minutes.
Fuck no, I'm just starting the stream, dude.
So I'm
Jerry,
saying, like,
Jerry
I'm gonna
finally
go
got
over
his
there,
stream
drink some
going.
more wine.
No,
Have some
I haven't
food.
got it going yet.
Because
but
my
soon.
my no viewers just isn't cutting it.
He's got his prostate's the size of a walnut right now, man. You got to help him out with the stream thing.
We're streaming walnuts.
I have been having to urinate often.
Uh-oh.
I'm a better person
Uh-oh.
for knowing this, Jerry.
What's that?
I'm a better person for knowing this, Jerry.
No, you're not. It's TMI. You don't have to-
TMI is penis measurement. I'm
Oh, shit,
pretty
I'm
sure.
live. Okay, we're live now. Let's
Are
see.
you kidding? There's no TMI here.
I will cross the streams with
No, there's no such thing. I'm totally kidding.
Never crossed
There we go. I got
Yeah,
Zoom
this,
up.
this is like the ultimate red pill, isn't it?
Yes.
Super red pill.
No, this
Yep.
is like
Oh
therapy.
yeah.
It
This is the
it
infrared pill.
The infrared.
Infrared pill.
Hey, maybe that's dude's podcast is the infrared
Red
pill.
pill pudding,
Infrared
man.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, Garrett was trying to come up with podcast names.
I'm gonna fucking buy that domain name right now
The
Do
infrared.
it.
and sell it back to him. Garrett, I have a perfect domain name.
Hey, you know, sweet. I know, dude.
Sell it to RP.
That's hilarious. What's that?
To sell it to RPJ.
What was it again? I forgot already.
Infrared pill.
Infrared pill.
Infrared.
Infrared.
Pill.
Wait, so did I miss some OCD chat though?
No, you did not.
CDO. It's
No one was talking
Available.
about OCD whatsoever.
No,
OCD.
nobody
We
talked about it
mentioned we
yet.
mentioned it in the Discord chats like a while ago, but
Ah,
yeah, nothing.
Felix
came
just
of it.
said. Oh, okay.
What is the LCD chat?
There's no OCD chat. I don't know what he's talking.
No, we were talking
No man's
about.
using some kind of NLP on us right now. I don't know where he's getting
I
at.
said I'm OCD because I do something ridiculous all the time.
And then we said there should be a OCD jingle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
which ideally would be repeated incessantly.
Repeating it obsessively. Yes.
There you go. Oh my God, yes.
OCD, 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 OCD.
Turn the light on, turn the light off, turn the light on, turn the light off. Wash my hands, wash my hands, wash my hands. Lock the door, lock the door, lock the door.
It's all three.
What the fuck is that?
It's like you're reading my mind.
I'm touching myself right now.
Giggity.
Oh, God. Giggity.
It's almost like OCD is almost like a starting point for ritual magic or something.
Maybe.
It could
It's
be.
like a Kickstarter.
Yeah, right? Kickstarter. OCD, the beginning of magic.
I think my audio quality just went up.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're there, Taylor. You sounded good.
What's up? Yeah, I guess my my microphone's going through my headphones, so I just switched it to my Yeti.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's been a quiet
We
night.
got
Now.
three
51.
Yetis.
What's up?
Mike's on his phone.
It's not bad.
Mike says he's going for a walk.
No, you're a little low, but that could just be me. I don't know.
I'm a little low.
It sounds
Maybe.
okay.
He's like
Yeah.
4 dB low.
4 dB? You think?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3 dB?
3 to 4, 3 to 5 maybe. But I feel like
Mike's going for a walk?
That's what
Yeah,
Mike
he
does.
was take his phone with him.
God,
Dude, he's
so
probably gonna go
good.
throw fucking bricks at Trump hater or Trump lovers. Just
He's
break
got
some
an
windows.
Has to do something with it.
Something's going on. He's
He's
gotta
such a
cause
good
some kind of terror
person.
on the streets.
I should go for a walk. It'd be kind of weird though. It's almost 11 o'clock. I don't know. Well, it's same for him though. I don't know.
That's the best time to go for a walk. It's
Where are you, James?
Yeah, late night walk.
I'm leaving. I love all of you. Goodbye. I love you.
Bye, Sean.
Love
Yeah. Love you,
you.
Sean.
Have a good night.
Bye,
Yeah.
Sean.
Salam alaikum. Alaikum
Alaikum
salam.
assalam.
Salam
Assalamu
Bangina.
Yo tomate corazón.
Yeah.
Late night walks are awesome though.
Yeah, I mean the weather, dude, the weather's been awesome lately. Last 3 days, just fucking blue skies.
Just wait,
Crazy.
man.
Yeah.
It'll get
What's
worse.
up with that? There's been no clouds.
It's always
They haven't
horrible.
spraying.
Give it a couple of days, James. Give it a couple of days, James. We had
Yeah,
pussy-
they've been spraying here twice as hard.
Poor here, man. I know exactly what it is. It just, but like for some reason, man, just 3 days in a row, fucking just crystal clear blue, like 9/11 skies.
Oh boy.
Yeah, which is
Uh-oh.
like something's going on.
You say you're in Ohio?
Dude, yeah, I'm in Northwest Indiana, and it's the same thing. There have been no clouds. There's been nothing.
Right, midnight.
Oh, you guys, it's been cloudless here for 3 days straight.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Same here.
Except sunset. Sunset, there's some clouds off in the distance, but I can't tell what they are, if they're real or not.
So where are you, Jerry?
I'm in Atlanta, north of Atlanta.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where you at? Yeah, no, it's not bad.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's okay.
I
I'm in
live
Moscow.
in the mountains.
Where at?
What?
Moscow, Idaho.
Moscow.
How
Moscow.
far from Boise?
Idaho. Adam's in
Uh,
Idaho.
Yeah, we're about 5 hours from Boise. If you look at the Pacific Northwest, if you look at Washington State, we're sort of in the southeastern corner of that.
Idaho.
Adam, where you live? I'm not sure if I know where
I didn't
you're
think
out
people
of.
actually lived in Idaho. You might be a CIA
Adam's in
agent.
Idaho.
So
Yeah,
Just
people do
something
live
going on
here.
in my
We just
town.
don't
Yeah,
like
that's
to
right.
admit
You're
it.
from Idaho too, Adam. Oh,
you
man.
know, just so you know, Idaho is awful. It's terrible. For whatever happens, don't move here. Just don't.
I was just going to ask you, what
Thank
the
you
fuck
for
are you
saying
doing?
that. I was going to say it too. Yeah, don't come here. People who live here want to leave.
You guys
Yeah.
from there?
I'm not from here.
I
no.
am.
Okay.
I can't believe you have two in one chat.
Yeah, that's unheard
Which
of.
is weird. I was just
Which
going to
is only
say
like 10
earlier,
people
in
in
2.5
Idaho.
years of doing chat, I have never spoken to anyone else who lives here.
So what part of Idaho, Adam?
I'm in Mountain Home.
Breakout room.
I'm down at the Air Force Base.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You ever see anything weird?
All the time. This town
Dude.
is riddled with crazy.
Dude, we're
You
in
would
Idaho.
not believe the shit that goes on here. Oh my God.
You ever record anything?
No.
Only when he's perpetrating it.
I mean,
never create.
damn it, Jerry, don't tell. Part of my master plan.
Don't mind that red light underneath that pile of clothes.
Don't pay attention to the men with the needles. It's nothing. It's nothing.
You don't
So-
see them.
So Mountain Home and INL is right up the road from you guys too. So
Yep. Yeah, it is.
there's
Yes,
crazy,
it is.
freaky shit that goes on there.
Yes.
Not that I have any idea about any of that. I'm just saying.
INL, what is that?
Idaho National Laboratories is one of the Department of Energy.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Sounds pretty secretive.
It's very, very close to us.
You know, it's weird. INL is they have a department of they have the nuclear power part of the nuclear power program there. So it's got all the crazy crap that goes along with it, but they do a lot of stuff with utilities and industrial control systems and stuff. So yeah.
Same with Washington, Hanford, Washington.
Yeah, Hanford and Pacific Northwest National Labs. Yeah, I was just out there.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest. Mm-hmm. I looked
couple-
into them recently.
Yeah.
Are those private companies or are they government contracted?
No, they're Department of Energy labs. They're actually both of the facilities are actually managed by a company called Battelle. But yeah, they're part of Department
Bechtel?
of No, not Bechtel, Battelle, B-A-T-E.
Oh, Battelle. Okay.
Yeah,
you said
Bechtel
Mattel.
is the civil engineering firm. It sort of somewhat competes with like Kellogg Brown and Root and Fluor and those guys.
Okay.
They're probably just researching global warming. Nothing to see here.
All of the labs do different things. So Pacific Northwest National Labs, I don't recall what their specific shtick is, but I know that Lawrence Livermore is one of them, and they have a program where they do a lot of cybersecurity for just different things, not specifically energy. And then Oak Ridge was actually Pacific Northwest was one of the refineries for the nuclear power program, for the nuclear weapons programs, and so was Oak Ridge. And they had
Oak Ridge and what was the other one? Oak Ridge and
PNNL. Yeah, it was the one in Hanford. That's why Hanford is the if you'll pardon the pun, the hot mess that it is right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with it?
Oh, they've got
leaks.
They've got a huge toxic waste Superfund site that's right near the Columbia River.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a freaking mess. So
You know
yeah,
what?
so they've got it cordoned off where it's kind of like Chernobyl, where if you go through there, you don't stop. It's one of those kind of things. But they generally don't let people go up in there unless they're part of the Superfund site, part of the cleanup. But they had a recent thing where one of the tunnels collapsed. They had some trains where they had collected a whole bunch of radioactive dirt and toxic crap that they had created during the refinery period when the refinery was running. And they, rather than trying to figure out what to do with it or transport it to some place that was safe, they ended up digging holes, laying track, and driving the trains into the track and just collapsing the tunnels on top of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like Yucca Mountain before there was Yucca Mountain. So, but they had an issue recently, last year or two, where one of the tunnels caved in and exposed the radioactive trains to the atmosphere, and there was a release of some radiation. They've been going in, trying to fill it in and trying to clean it up a little bit. So yeah, it's.
But they lied and said no, it didn't happen. They didn't expose anything.
Well,
Of course.
They
Most
tried
people
one-
don't know about this.
Yeah, we had a little thing where the tunnel opened, but
Yeah.
but nothing.
Nobody was exposed.
Nothing really got out. By the way, you should probably buy new film and that kind of thing.
Yeah, everybody, we got to decontaminate you.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But we got to hold you here for like 4 days first.
Well, that's true. Yeah, a lot of the workers ended up.
Yeah, they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Do you know if anybody suffered any like radiation poisoning or sickness or anything like that?
Not that I've heard of.
Okay.
Not that I've heard of.
That's scary.
Would we hear?
Good
Yeah,
point.
would they even let that out? That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, well, the level of the number of people that have been engaged in that kind of stuff, I can't imagine that there would be enough that we would hear if like 1 or 2 people got zapped.
Yeah. And these are research facilities that are separate from power plants, I assume, right? Or are they also power plants?
No, they're not really power plants. They're the Pacific Northwest National Labs facility was a refinery for fissile material for the atom bombs for a long time.
Oh,
yeah. So Pacific Northwest National Labs actually had better output than Oak Ridge plant in Tennessee. Oak Ridge has been sort of in their current thing now is not just energy research. They're doing logistical and supply type research, and their most recent big thing in the news was that they're in the process of building equipment and a methodology for 3D printing military vehicles in the field.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
so.
Don't you like how the AI fucks up his connection right when he starts talking about it?
We were just talking about 3D printers and how we didn't think they were going to take off.
Well, this thing behind me here is a 3D printer.
Oh yeah.
I make all kinds of stuff on this thing, but
Cool.
I've never built a car. But the thing that one of the things that Oak Ridge is doing is they're researching, investigating, and developing, like I said, methodologies for this, where they can ship the high strength parts of, say, a Humvee or a tank or whatever, and they can ship those on a C5 or a C17 or whatever the hell they're using now, in crates, so that you can fit enough parts for like 50 Humvees that wouldn't fit in a C17,
right?
And then print the body of it locally on site out of whatever material that they've got, either plastics or whatever.
That's insane.
And as an example, actually, they had a pilot project where they actually built a Shelby Mustang. They 3D printed it.
Huh.
The frame, engine mounts, and everything else, with the exception of I think they made the seat frames. They made probably they made a lot of the undercarriage. They didn't make the axles of the engine and the transmission and all that stuff, but they actually printed the rest of it. And part of their process was trying to figure out how to develop the finish. How to make it look like is a proper vehicle and not some 3D plastic toy thing,
right? Yeah,
people were driving around. But yeah, you can actually go on YouTube and find it if you just look up I'm gonna have to go and look now.
Probably just find it with 3D printed Mustang, couldn't you?
Yeah, that would probably do it.
Okay.
How big are these 3D printers?
What's that?
Like Stargates?
They vary in
How
size.
big are these 3D printers they're fucking building tanks out of?
I've seen
No, they have ones that print houses, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Are you
So the idea
kidding
is,
me?
yeah, no jokes. So it's I don't know that anybody's making tanks. This is the sort of down the road speculation on what they want to do with it. But it's mostly I'm assuming at this stage, until they figure out materials, that it's more about that it's more about like logistical vehicles moving people and material around more than armored stuff.
3D print myself.
You could do it. You could do it.
3D
There's a
print
place
your
in New York where you can actually scan yourself and they'll 3D print you in
Well,
color.
that's like in Fifth Element when they recreate her Lulu Dallas, and it all it's like it's basically a 3D printer that reforms her whole body. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not want to go through that. I don't think you'd end up the same person on the other end.
Who knows?
It's like a slow, stinky version of the Star Trek transporter.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
which isn't terribly appealing in and of itself either.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Douglas Adams in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you have to take me apart to get me there, then I for one won't go.
Yeah, well, Bones never used the transporter, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
He did. He hated it though.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they kind of made him go.
Didn't have a choice.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that, especially if I knew how it worked.
Yeah. Pattern buffer my ass.
I don't know if any.
View Heisenberg compensators, you lying jerks. It does not sound pleasant either. Can you imagine, like, unless it's happening so fast, your sense of pain or your ability to perceive it is gone. That would really hurt, being broken down molecule at a time. And
maybe.
Well, what if they start with your head?
Well, it's also like, taking a substance like DMT isn't necessarily pleasant.
Sure.
True.
I only know one quantum mechanics joke.
What's that?
So Heisenberg is driving too fast on the highway, and he gets pulled over by a cop. You've heard this joke already.
I may have, yeah.
Okay. Heisenberg gets pulled over, and he's acting suspiciously, and the cop says, "I want to look in the trunk."
Okay.
So Heisenberg says, "I don't want to show you what's in the trunk," and the cop says, "I need to look in the trunk." So Heisenberg pops the trunk. Cop goes back, looks in the trunk, comes back and says, "There's a dead cat in the trunk." Heisenberg says, "Well, he's dead now."
Nice.
Is Schrodinger in the car too?
Schrodinger's cat.
There it is.
I'll be here all week. Tip the veal. Try your waitress. All right. Okay, I gotta pull the ripcord, guys. Take care.
All right, that guy.
Have a good
Take
one.
it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Peace out, folks.
Yes, so long.
Thanks for hanging. Bye.
That guy.
That guy.
Who is that guy?
Who is that guy?
I was just thinking that.
Shoe salesman, my ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think he's CIA.
He's CIA for sure. Him and Nomad are
For
exhibits.
reals.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe.
Good guy though.
It belonged to the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
He's got a 3D printer behind him.
So what? That's
Yeah.
a little.
He's 3D printing
That's a little.
I know. I'm just.
That's a
kidding.
little. they're more
So what, does a
expensive.
3D printer automatically make you some kind of spy in the same way
Apparently.
that having higher education suddenly makes you indoctrinated? Because if that's the case, I'm an indoctrinated spy. And no one told me. I'm so insulted.
Adam,
Have you been on the mission yet, or are you a
giving away
sleeper
the
agent?
secret.
I'm pretty sure I'm a sleeper agent because I do nap a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Manchurian candidate. It's happening.
I don't want to
Gotta
be
find the trigger
Manchurian
words.
candidate. I hate Chinese food.
Manchurian.
No, really. Number 32 is okay.
23.
Sorry.
32, 23. You say tomato, I say tomato.
It's been too long of a day already.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
I don't think people with 3D printers are CIA agents. I was just
Yes, you
teasing.
I mean,
No, I don't.
a 3D printer does not make you a CIA agent, but if you are a CIA agent, you're required to have a 3D printer. So,
Oh, there you go.
A 3D printer, a CIA agent makes not.
it's like a square and a rectangle.
Yeah.
Thomas has one.
Aw,
He could be a
man.
CIA agent.
Yeah,
Does
I
this
don't have
mean
a,
that
I don't
being a
have a
sleeper
3D printer.
agent, that at some point in the future, I'm going to have a traumatic experience in a convenience store, involving a cup of noodle and a spork of death?
No, Adam, you will rise above it. That's
wish
not
I
going to
was
happen to you.
Oh, I don't know. The more and more I get to know other people, the more and more I think I might embrace reducing the herd.
Adam,
What do you think's happening when you take all those naps, dude? You're getting programmed.
Maybe.
Stop sleeping.
Oh man!
No more sleeping.
Damn it!
That's why Jerry and I don't sleep.
See, the tinfoil hat doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Orange, 17, blue. Did it work? Are you activated?
Chariot progressive.
Kill Lincoln. Kill Lincoln.
Did you guys see American?
Damn, he's in the wrong century.
He needs the time machine. He needs to 3D print a time machine.
Get Barron Trump on the line.
What?
Get Barron Trump on the line.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Well, this is a really. I have a random idea from this conversation. What if an army of Manchurian candidates is being made right now?
What if we all are?
Yeah, we could.
Hitler already did that in World War II.
So I'll admit I'm not super familiar with the Manchurian candidate idea. What is that?
MK Ultra.
Okay,
The assassin. MK Ultra assassin. Think that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just sleeper agents that are brainwashed and
Yeah,
commanded
or they have
programmed.
they've been programmed
Exactly.
deeply. They've got an altar that can be triggered remotely, locally, whatever, by whatever.
And with everything that's been happening for, say, like the past couple years, you could entertain that idea.
And it's not actually MK Ultra. That's the program that did that type of programming. They pioneered it. I think it was carried further in other later programs.
Absolutely.
imagine, yeah.
You would be
Program
right.
Ar-
It's like the
Program
catch-all.
Artichoke?
Like I always say, MK Ultra never really ended; it just evolved.
Right.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
one I think that created the Manchurians was MK Often.
Never heard
Okay,
of that.
Optin?
Often.
Yeah, often.
There are actually quite a few programs with the MK designation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There were like 20
What did the artichoke one do? Was that
That was
Mind control?
using opium. Wasn't that using? Or no, I'm thinking of something else. That was using.
Artichoke was the LSD one.
oh
And
What was the
weed,
one
I
that was
think.
forcibly
Oh,
addicting
the
people to
acid.
heroin for interrogation stuff?
That was probably all of them.
Oh, okay.
They try a
Probably.
variety of matters to see what works on you, you know?
Yep.
Experiment.
Yep. See, Nomad knows.
Well, right. I mean, if you think about it, most people
CIA.
in their exactly. Most people in their general lives, they think as humans, the most experimented upon animal is probably like mice, maybe monkeys. Some people might throw that out there, but no, the most experimented and tested animal on the planet is
human being? Hmm.
But that's illegal. You can't do that.
It's not illegal.
That's what
And
they
for-
want. That's exactly what they want you to think.
Yep, it's
guys
not
ever-
illegal.
Has
How
anybody
about
ever
this?
participated in those like experimental medicine programs where you go and like
Fuck no.
yeah, they pay you to like take experimental drugs?
Oh yeah, I've
Nope.
seen them.
I can't imagine that stuff ends well for anybody.
Probably not.
Not for drugs, but I did volunteer for a couple of sleep studies because I'm a chronic insomniac and I sleepwalk.
Aha!
Did they give you drugs?
Still sleepwalk?
No drugs. Yeah, I
Oh,
still
that's-
sleepwalk
that's
once
cool.
in a while. It's very
Oh,
rare
wow.
though nowadays.
I had
That
to do
seems
some
like a good
studies.
study.
No, it's not. It sucks. I had to
One
do
that-
one to get
As long as it doesn't give you pharmaceuticals, then it's an okay study, in my opinion.
No, they didn't give us pharmaceuticals, but they wanted to see how they were
they wire your ass
testing.
up and put you to sleep.
Yeah, you are kind of covered with wires the whole time.
Still
sounds
sketchy.
uncomfortable.
They were in my case the study I took part in they were testing the physiological and psychological reactions of extreme sleep deprivation. So
Whoa.
most people begin to hallucinate and start becoming psychotic after about 72 to 74 hours.
How long did you make it?
Wait, so 72 hours is 3 days, so 8 days.
You stayed
I
awake?
believe it.
8 days a week.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was
Wow,
awake for
dude.
8 days.
That's impressive.
And then when I slept for 6 hours, and then was awake for another 72, and then slept
Wait,
for
without the help of anything?
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
were you drinking coffee or anything like that at
No.
least?
Uh-uh.
Wow.
I don't think they give you any caffeine or anything.
No, because you can't have any stimulants or anything during the
Yeah.
study. As a matter of
Oh,
fact,
so it was during the
if
study
you
that you
if
stayed
you
awake for 8 days?
if you have any stimulants in your system, like if they're a regular part of your diet, like you drink soda or coffee or you smoke or anything like that, you have to stop doing all of that stuff for 2 weeks before.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but I'm
So
a
was
chronic
it 8
insomniac
days?
now. I mean, I regularly live on like 2 hours of sleep over a 3 or 4 day period of time. It's just like my normal function. It's the way. And when I get too much sleep, when I sleep like what they tell me I'm supposed to sleep like, I feel terrible. I actually will get sick if I get too much sleep.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's weird, but
When you had those 8 consecutive days, was that while you were being tested or no?
Yeah, that was during the sleep study.
Damn.
But I mean, on my own, I've been awake for 6 or 7 days before at a time.
Any particular reason, or just because you couldn't sleep?
Just couldn't sleep.
That
Sometimes too, if I'm really, really involved in a project or something like that, I can forget to do things like I will forget to eat. I forget to sleep. I get really focused and very driven. And
That's freaking awesome,
I kind of
dude.
just shut those things off.
The other thing I would ask is during those times of like non-sleep, do you find that there are times of like, say, trance-like states for maybe like an hour at a time or so? Meditative type states, like you're not necessarily sleeping, but you're maybe like zoning out, thinking.
Oh, I have blank moments. I just call them blank moments. Yeah.
Yeah, especially after, dude, I get those after 1 day of not sleeping.
Yeah, I'll get like blank moments.
Is that like a few seconds or several minutes?
Usually it's just a few seconds. Like I'll just zone out for a few seconds. Like everything goes from being the full screen picture to being like the dot in the center of the screen for a few seconds, like mentally.
It's a little loading bar.
Yeah, kind of.
And
I always like I mentally regroup that way too, but I'm always I don't know how other people organize their activities for a day, but whenever I have something I have going on, whenever I have any kind of projects I'm working on, I always do them in my head first. I think them through to their conclusion before I ever start on them. Art projects, painting, I'm the same way with pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. And it makes me wonder if your pineal gland never calcified.
Interesting.
How do you know it even is calcified?
Right? That's
Yeah, I was
also
just
a very
gonna say,
good question.
how would you really know?
That's just another fucking rabbit hole with the pineal gland nonsense.
That was one of the first
Pine
things.
cones in the Vatican, bro.
Right? Pine
I'm
cones in
not
the
saying
Vatican.
it isn't important. I'm saying that
calcification,
the brouhaha that's gone around about the calcification and just
fluoride
in water.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that for a fact. I've never done
I know it, dude. In fact, I don't even think I've ever said this, and it's weird, especially now with the knowledge I have, to think back. When I was a kid, not only, I mean, yeah, okay, there's fluoride in toothpaste. Everyone knows that. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that probably does nothing unless, like, what are you swallowing that? No one swallows toothpaste, so it doesn't matter. When I was a kid,
right. Well,
I took fluoride drops that were recommended from my dentist.
CIA standard issue.
And I fucking hated them. Me and my sister had to take them, and we both they tasted like shit. And it was just like, one drop every
Here's
night.
your fluoride drops and your 3D printer. Welcome to the CIA.
Dude, I wish I got the damn 3D printer.
I know,
missed
right?
out.
It's like when you don't get the
But-
toaster oven for joining.
and it's still, even thinking about it now, like, you know, it's one of those things, like I said, me and my sister, we didn't like to do it. We hated it. And my mom was always like, it's just good for your teeth. It's
So
good for your
was
teeth,
it?
because
Dude, I
that's
think
what
I-
she was
I-
told.
Yeah. Dude, I
Did you have
lived
to,
in
like,
an
mix it in the
orthodontist
water?
stable.
What's that?
Did you like drop it into water, like tincture or
Nope.
something?
Right on your tongue.
Oh, how's that supposed to help your teeth?
That's mind control.
Because it's a fluoride. It's like it's almost like when you go to the dentist, you have the option of a fluoride wash at the end.
It's not fluoride, it's lot 6.
I failed.
Cruising with failed. Welcome.
Hello.
Talking about
See you
fluoride.
down.
That sounds like
Fluoride.
an unpleasant experience, man.
Cruising with failed.
Well,
Or
it's just
fluoride.
weird. It's weird to think about, because if I
Failing
didn't
with
become aware of
fluoride.
any of this shit now, I would have never thought a second thing about it.
But
Thinking
what?
that
What
as
are
a
we- what
kid
are we
I had
doing?
these fluoride drops. Like,
Did you ever get
fluoride
fluoride?
shots?
Did you ever get fluoride drops failed when you were younger from the dentist?
No. I remember some guy was talking about that in the Discord, and he was like, should I give my kid fluoride shots? And they wanted to give him like a fluoride
Shots?
injection
Not
to
shot, like shots? That's
whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
holy shit,
Fluoride?
that's next level.
to make the teeth come in faster. And I'm like,
See,
What?
Why would
And-
it?
Super important.
well, that
To
would
make-
go to show that there's a dentist somewhere or someone saying that that might be beneficial,
Is
which
it?
is
Yeah, no.
disturbing.
because if your teeth are coming in late as a kid, then they'll give you some sort of fluoride injection or fluoride drops. I'm not sure which one it is, but that'll apparently boost the system to make the teeth come in faster. I was like, no, dude, don't do that.
It produces
yeah.
faster calcium growth, which in turn calcifies your pineal gland.
Yeah, no, and he's
It's all
like,
the same.
should I
No,
do it? And I was
nothing.
like,
Supposedly,
teeth will grow. Just let
Just-
them fucking come in naturally.
Right?
Come on, guys.
let nature take its course.
Let nature take.
Measles are a rite of passage.
Well, not anymore because nobody gets them.
Dude, how about that couple
What?
that got thrown in jail because they didn't vaccinate their kids? And while she was in jail, her kids got vaccinated.
Nah,
Well, it
that
wasn't
was
a couple.
different.
It was a mother. Is that fake news, Phil?
No, it's not fake news, but it's not forced vaccinations. What it was, if you're a family, you have a mother and a father, mother, father, whatever. Anyway, they both decided equally that they wouldn't vaccinate, and then they divorced.
Mhm.
So the father decided to play tough and say, no, I want my kid vaccinated now, right? So during the divorce, it was settled that the kid would get vaccinated because the judge made it, it was court ordered to get the kid vaccinated, because if one wants it, the other one doesn't, apparently, then the kid has to.
Right.
So the court ordered it. The mom didn't. It's not because the mom didn't allow the vaccination to happen. It's because she did. She went to jail because she disregarded a court order. So that's what happened there. So I mean,
It had nothing to do with the vaccines. Well, sort of, but not really. That's not why she
sort
went
of,
to jail.
but not really. She didn't
Yeah.
want to. She felt strongly that the kid shouldn't get vaccinated,
Right.
but everybody's kind of up in arms because, hey, doesn't the mother get a say? And if she thinks that it's not good to do, then shouldn't that be the final say instead of a court deciding it? Because honestly, a mother knows the child best, right?
Why did she have
Yeah,
to take
right.
the kids? Why couldn't the father take the kids?
What do you mean?
No, they had joint custody.
They have
No,
joint
no,
custody, but
I
no.
understand.
Here's the thing: in any custody, the mother will always take care of it the most. So the mother has final
Yes.
say, right? So the mother always has the kid, and so
Oh.
the
It's
father,
actually negotiated, but yes.
yeah, the father will say, well, yeah, there's some cases not, but for the most part, when custody happens, the mother takes the most.
So the mother
of it.
had full custody.
No.
No, in a joint custody.
Okay, so the father did have the kids from time to time, correct?
Yeah.
So why couldn't he take the kids to get the vaccinations? Why?
She didn't
Why
want
did she opposed it? That was the whole point. And
Yeah,
then
but she
she
could.
court battle. Wait,
I don't understand why she got sued though.
She didn't get sued.
All right,
didn't
why
get
did she go to
sued.
jail?
Because she disobeyed the court.
How did she disobey it?
She was found in contempt, I think.
How did she disobey it?
Because listen.
Mike's triggered.
I'm
The
not triggered.
father-
You guys
father-
aren't listening to my logic here.
No,
she
here-
didn't.
And I can explain it really quick. Okay. They both agreed not to vaccinate. When they were going through the divorce, the father decided to play dirty and say, "I want that kid vaccinated."
Yes.
Went against the mother's, which went against the mother, right?
Yes.
And so this was brought up during the court negotiation.
Got it.
So the judge decided from there that kid will get vaccinated because if they're both in disagreement during any part of the divorce, the court
I got all this so far.
would decide. So now that's what happened. The mother
Okay,
didn't
so then
want it, the father wanted it.
You're missing my point then. Why couldn't the father take the kid to get vaccinated?
Because
why
the
was it
mother
the
wouldn't
mother?
let it.
Because he didn't have her
please.
permission. They have joint custody. They both need to sign off on it.
Yeah.
But
So
the
that's
judge
why-
just overruled that. He already overruled
now
it. I
listen,
don't
Mike,
understand why she
listen.
has to go to jail.
Because they were in disagreement, the court has to make a decision because they
Yes.
can't not decide.
They made the decision.
The court made the decision.
Yes.
She decided she would go against the court's decision, which held her in contempt of court, which she went to jail for 14 days.
And how did she go against the court's decision?
Because the court decided, Mike, the court decided to
You're not
vaccinate
listening
the
to my
child.
point.
The court, no,
It doesn't matter. It already fucking happened.
This is what's happening. The court made that decision. And
I
this
understand
is the
that.
fucked up part about this case is why should the court make the decision? But because they couldn't agree, one wanted it, one didn't want it, the court said vaccinate the kid.
And they also forced the mother to take the kid to get vaccinated. Because that's the only way that she can be held in contempt of court.
Yeah.
Lawyer Mike.
Otherwise,
Well, the whole thing was that the kid had to get vaccinated, whether one take it or one not take it. But the mother decided, I don't want my kid vaccinated. I will go to jail for this. And she went to jail for it, and the kid got vaccinated.
The whole story is kind of fishy, though.
yeah, because it doesn't make sense. The problem I'm pointing out is very legitimate.
Well,
here.
do both parents have to sign off with the doctor to get it done?
No, just the one who has medical custody.
Right, so she should never have gone to jail because she should never have been required to take the kid to get vaccinated. The father could
that's
just go
why-
do it.
And that's why it was made so public is that why should it if she has the medical consent for the child, why is the court deciding against the medical consent?
It's fishy.
It is. But
A lot of this shit is involving all of that.
It's fear porn to make people think that, oh shit, you gotta get because if
Yeah.
you just read the headlines, all you would see is mother gets thrown in jail for not vaccinating her kid. Like that's
Yep.
all if you don't
And
actually
that's-
look into the story. So that's
all
mind-blowing
most
right
people
there.
ever read.
Oh yeah.
And that's all that matters, though, because it makes the same mental impression. They don't have to read the story; they get the idea from the headline, and they're
Yep.
always misleading. That's why.
Yep. Sad, but
Marketing is
true.
an art.
Mind control.
Honestly, it is.
I think
Yeah,
her
it
whole thing was to put it in the media, or the media picked up on it, and they were like, "Yeah, unvaxxer gets caught, go to jail." Yeah, but I mean that's not the case here. So whatever.
That is pretty odd. Just all around.
It
It
was an odd
is.
one. I didn't. Yeah.
I mean,
I-
even just thinking back to my childhood and taking fluoride drops, that's fucking odd.
Yes, that's very odd.
Because they legitimately tasted like chemicals.
Was it failed? Do you know if it was
Like Grim's
sodium
mom?
fluoride?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just like she tastes just like chemicals.
Here's what?
Was it sodium fluoride or was it just straight up fluoride?
it'd be some sort of mixed fluoride.
All right.
I know even like with the dentist, because we don't give the kids fluoride, we make them clean the teeth without the fluoride, and they hate doing that. And the one time I think
Also, what's the fluoride in toothpaste?
5 out of 6 times that we've gone to the dentist to get our kids clean, they do the fluoride, even though we tell them not to.
What?
Oh, really?
That seems. How can they do that?
They just, we forgot. Sorry. We forgot. Sorry. It's okay. It'll be okay. So we just make them go rinse his. Just go to the bathroom and rinse your mouth out right now, because the fluoride things, you have to not eat anything and have the fluoride in your mouth for 6 hours and be okay.
Oh yeah, that's what like makes your mouth all slimy and gross.
Yeah.
It lets it get into.
When they come out of the dentist, we make them go right to the washroom and rinse his mouth out. They fucking hate that.
I bet. Yeah.
Good idea. Well, you should probably eat like a bunch of bread and spit it out too.
Yeah. I'm wondering, do dentist offices get like some kind of a like tax returns, or like tax kickbacks for promoting fluoride, or
No,
probably
it's standard dental practice.
Well,
it's
also
like dictated by the ADA.
Okay.
That, and they also, the more they use of it, the more money they make too, because they're buying it and essentially selling it. They're buying it and essentially selling it, though, right?
It's
they charge the customers.
Yeah, but fluoride treatment. There's no one out there like marketing fluoride to dentists. It's just like you can get it at Office Depot these days, can't you?
Yeah, it's not like the vaccines thing where the vaccine.
Totally different.
Because it's ubiquitous now, they don't need to market it anymore.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. That's why it's not like something to mark up. The Invisalign bracers. That's braces. That's something to mark up and make a profit on.
It's more readily accepted, which in a way makes it even maybe potentially a little bit more dangerous.
But still, how do we know it's
everything
bad?
we do for the kids? Everything we do for the kids, we make sure that their health is first, and we decide. And a lot of times we get like the dentals will say we're crazy for not doing the fluoride treatment. The doctors will say we're crazy for not doing the other stuff, and it's just like, the problems you get with the medical if you decide not to follow their regime is annoying. It's annoyingly punishing.
You got to find yourself a mountain doctor up there somewhere.
Let me make my decision. Yeah, I know. I need to do that. I need to find a doctor that doesn't care and is just like, okay, cool. Well, here we go.
And it is interesting. It's very interesting. You have to deal with that. Like the fact that you don't want it and you get shit for it. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
I was just wondering if anyone knows like kind of when fluoride was made standard in dental practice. Oh, sorry, I just found it. In the 1940s. Okay, that's what I thought. So
didn't Edward Bernays have something to do with that?
Who's that?
Probably.
Isn't it Sigmund Freud's nephew, and he had a lot to do with like just original marketing and manipulating society into things. He invented breakfast, like eggs and bacon.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was like the father of subliminal message as an advertising.
Yeah.
So, does it strike anyone else as odd that it started around the time that World War II was coming to an end, or was kind of
everything that's fucked up right now started in 1947?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right, dude.
I'm listen to me.
Right around that area.
The reality that we find ourselves in today started in 1947. It was locked in by the supermoon.
I will second that.
Jerry, I honestly like I've done in the last couple of years I've tried to do some research on this kind of weird phenomenon stuff, and that is something that I find over and over again is that this stuff didn't really start until the 1940s, till after World War II and after Project Paperclip.
Yep.
And I don't know that they're related. It's just an odd correlation.
No, they're related. I mean,
Nazi scientists.
Paperclip that we have NASA.
Right.
The JPL. They're all just a
and
bunch of
MK
fucking
Ultra and Often and all the rest of them.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Hitler used Bernays stuff for his propaganda. That's Kwisatz Haderach is in chat. My chat. My chat.
Yeah,
why is control with a
watching? Nobody's watching my stream.
Dude, I got like 9 people watching mine.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm doing a much better job of streaming than you are. But
Shots fired.
no, check out my stream. You'll see what I'm talking about, bitch.
I can't watch the stream.
No,
and
I mean,
at the same time. My shit crashes.
Something we should often consider while considering all the things that are happening now is what happened in the 1940s.
I don't know that we'll ever really know that stuff.
Yeah, we might not, but and maybe that could. Never mind.
No, yeah, keep going.
I was just gonna say, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we never might know exactly what happened.
Might never know. Your English is
horrible.
And
I was just gonna say, is it that way on purpose too?
Yeah, absolutely. Until I'm sure until enough time has passed, like however long until it's in the public domain, for instance, and then people can know about it. But it's so long past that whatever they're onto at this point is beyond it anyway.
If you guys notice that every time certain paperwork that has to come into the public domain all of a sudden gets like burnt up or destroyed or water damaged beyond repair.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the Warren Commission stuff's coming out soon, right?
Yep.
No.
At the end, isn't it the 26th or something?
Yeah, it's like this month.
Yeah, the 26th of this month, supposedly.
It's supposed to, unless Trump blocks it, which the CIA has strongly urged him to do.
Has he said anything about whether he might or not?
Yeah, he did. He said it's the calm before the storm last week. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
No,
That's
I missed
what he
that.
said about it.
What did he say that on?
Yes, on
video?
record in front of a camera. Yes.
It was a big deal because he said the calm before the storm while the storms were going. So everybody made a big deal about it that way.
And he said that last week, Jerry?
Yeah, you can find it, Nomad. Just search for it.
Damn.
Just search calm
I
before
did
the
not see
storm.
that.
It'll be the first thing that comes up because
He's standing around with a bunch of generals, too.
yeah.
Jerry, didn't you also link to something a while ago that some researcher was kind of talking about this, that Trump was gonna...
Everybody's talking about it, dude. Where you been?
Nomad goes away.
Where you been, Nomad?
I've been trying to freaking disconnect from all the bullshit.
Maybe you're part of it, Nomad.
Disconnect completely. You have to watch it.
Everything happens.
This
I understand
kind of shit
that,
that's gonna
Nomad.
come back and bite us in the ass. That's
Well,
why it
yeah.
has to be paid attention to.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. And then sometimes I almost wonder, is it better to just be disconnected totally from it? Because then where would my life be? And what is the whole point of life, really?
I mean,
if I didn't know any of this, would I be any worse off or better off?
You might be
I
better.
mean, who knows? Yeah, I might be better off, right?
It
Tends
depends
to
on
lean
what
towards
happens.
that.
It depends on what happens.
That's kind of
That
the
is
truth
true.
of- You can either be smart or you can be happy. One of the two, but not the other.
Would you
That's a very good way to
prefer
put it,
be
yes.
Forewarned or forewarned is forearmed? Think of it that way.
Also, too, what is being smart
Well, yeah. I mean, I
compared
guess
to
I
being
meant.
happy?
Okay. All right. I personally, I think I value knowledge more than my happiness.
Ignorance.
I
is
think
bliss.
I do too.
Right.
And I mean, and then an important question to ask would be, what
Why are you
is
saying
knowledge?
knowledge doesn't make you happy?
Well,
It depends what the
right?
knowledge
Yeah.
is.
Right. That's what I'm getting to.
I mean, if you have a lot
what could you learn? I mean, other than finding out you're going to die in an hour, what could you possibly learn that's going to make you unhappy?
Politics is pretty unhappy.
Yes. Yeah, politics
Yep.
or covert stuff that the government or military does.
Exactly.
Don't pay attention to it. You have no idea what's going on. You don't even know. We don't even. We're speculating.
Yeah, but we
That
can
was Nomad's
read
point all along.
Wikipedia.
That is my point. That's
I agree.
where all of this is speculation.
But certain
I
things,
mean, even
like
thinking about
Vegas,
things like
and
Gnosticism, that's even all speculation,
everything
Yes.
is speculation except
Yep.
what you know.
right? And what do you know?
Exactly.
And,
What
like,
do you know?
You know,
Maybe things you
Dave
think you know,
Cruz
you
wants
don't
to
even
know
know.
if we talked about NASA confirming that there really is a ninth planet.
Oh, no, we haven't, but we
the
talked
same
about that
NASA
last night.
The same NASA guy who killed Pluto, I forget his name, but he's the guy on the team that found this ninth planet, by the way.
They confirmed that a few years ago.
Grim,
Well,
what
they
did you guys?
speculated about it. They didn't actually confirm it yet. They just went off of like the tilt of the planets and the gravitational pull that they
Well,
speculated
no, they
something
went off
should be
of
out there.
the trajectories of all the asteroids, and they confirmed that there has to be a large gravitational body.
Well, they
out there.
confirmed it right now.
Maybe if they took a picture of it, we would believe him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
And how would we
believe
even know
anything,
then? How would we
I will not
even
believe
know
it.
then?
I'm one of the most skeptical people in the chats.
You believe NASA's not lying to you?
About that? No, because I've come to this conclusion well before they did.
That there's
That there has to be another gravitational body out there, yes. Very
How
large
did you?
gravitational body.
How did you come to that conclusion, Mike?
He's a fucking genius, that's why.
Mike, you're a genius?
Well,
read Lost Star of Myth and Time. Walter Cruttendon.
I'm not sure how credible this website is necessarily, but I found this.
What is it called?
Inquisitor?
Outerplaces.com. It's just about the NASA thing, and it says let's see, what did I just read? Basically the hypothesis is that because there's a tilted wobble in orbits of the planets, that could be caused by a large planet, a large gravitational body.
Right. Interesting.
I wish I had
Tilted orbits or the fact that it precesses?
Let's see.
Or maybe even both. Who knows?
It could be both.
That's why sometimes I wonder, like, sometimes it seems like we know a shit ton, and it's just there's a bunch of knowledge that's being hidden. And then sometimes I'm like, no one fucking knows nearly fucking anything.
Yeah, true.
Like we know a drop.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say we know a drop of fucking water in the ocean of knowledge.
Exactly. How about this? What do you think about all the people that we believe actually believe the news? Like, we think that there's a group of people out there that believe everything they hear, like what I just kind of like of as a joke. What if that's the big psyop? Those people don't exist.
Okay.
No, they do though.
Think about it.
I know for a fact they do. And I know for a fact there's so many people that believe just headlines.
Right, but those are the bots.
No, I've got a very
they're
close
not.
friend who is not a robot. Although he is a very strange person. I'll explain that later. But he believes almost everything he reads, especially conspiracy related stuff. And he's not like a nut job or wacky or anything like that. He's a totally normal guy. He just believes everything he reads, and then
is he a teacher?
Nope. He's 28. He works at a U.S. bank, but
he's a banker. Okay, just as bad.
Yeah. Well, actually, he screens the calls that the other bankers are making. They're cold calling people to sell credit cards. So he screens those calls to make sure that people are doing their job. He's a fascinating person. Survived leukemia when he was 12, and he is one of the
Zoom link, dude. Get him in here.
Oh man, he's also the kind of person who, anytime you invite him to anything, will say that he's feeling lazy today, and then will not go to anything.
Just a super.
That doesn't look like anything to me.
I'll mention him. I'll mention it to him tomorrow and see, because I'm seeing him tomorrow, and see if he's interested in talking.
Well, I mean, and you're saying that he pretty much believes like the mainstream.
Yeah, and like he stumbled upon Alex Jones and then became a fan of Alex Jones very quickly. And I kind of tried to point out some of the things that Jones has done and how his sort of philosophy has changed over the years. And Nick, my friend, just doesn't want to hear it at all.
Have him watch The Waking Life.
Ask him, what does he think about the colonies on Mars that Alex Jones talks about?
I don't know that he would be aware of anything like that. I'm not even. What is this?
Yeah, I'm not even. What?
Alex Jones had someone on talking about.
Oh, okay.
Slave colonies on Mars or something like that. I forget.
Well, hasn't
Jerry, that's the psyop right there. That whole
Hasn't
interview was.
I didn't see
this.
it.
No, well, that
That
guy
was the
he
distraction.
he did. He totally went off the rails and started talking about this shit. And Alex was like, "What are you talking about?" Like he didn't actually buy into it. But all the headlines read that Alex Jones had this crazy Mars colony guy on that NASA had to come out and debunk. It was a huge psyop. More further to weaponize the conspiracy
NASA actually
theory.
debunked that?
Yeah, they came out and debunked it. No, we
That's
don't have
crazy.
colonies on Mars. It was
That's
during the whole
phenomenal.
Megyn Kelly shit when they wanted to make Alex Jones look like an absolute fucking maniac.
It was during his custody trial.
Exactly.
What if that whole thing was a psyop?
It totally was.
Dude, everything's a fucking psyop.
It is.
Yeah,
they're trying to manipulate
not
our
everything
brain.
though.
You know
Not
what they're
everything
trying to do?
though.
Gas prices are a psyop.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the 9/10 of a cent bullshit?
What is with that?
Well, of course they're always going to do that. That makes sense in a business standpoint. You're
I'm
always
just trying
going
to show you how ubiquitous
Or a
psyops
dollar
are.
store that sells shit for
Well,
like $20. Like, come on,
see,
everything
that's-
should be
Yes,
$1.
absolutely.
That's why I think
I
in
hate that shit.
school, everyone should be taught business, and not only that, advertisement and symbology, and the world will be a fucking better place.
Society would collapse. Society as we know it would collapse because everybody would catch on, and you can't
Right,
teach
and that's-
everybody
that-
the tricks.
That's exactly why those things aren't taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what you're proposing would just make us Ferengi.
Ferengi?
Yes.
Ferengi, yeah.
Profit.
What is that?
All about profit, baby. Profit, profit,
Mhm.
profit.
Quark's a Ferengi, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Well,
That
no,
was Deep Space
it
Nine,
would,
right?
but it would make
Yeah.
us realize. It. I feel like
What
it
would make us realize?
It would
Eating a
prevent.
Ferengi?
Are they all about profit?
Yeah, they are.
You've obviously never watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
No, I'm more of a
They
Star Wars
are
guy.
all about. They're the profiteers of the galaxy.
That's admirable.
But all the alien races are based on the human groups.
Okay.
That's all I'm
so,
gonna say.
so they're the they,
They.
kind of.
No, the Huts.
Every race.
The
is
Huts
they.
would
When
be
you
the
talk
they.
about the Klingons, it's they. They always Klingons.
All right.
The Klingons honor. That's their god is honor, and you got to do everything with honor, and you have to die with honor. If you're killed by like a fucking tornado driving a piece of straw through your forehead, they'll laugh at you, and you won't get a good burial.
Because you didn't die with honor.
Correct. You died because you're a stupid fuck for getting hit by that piece of hay. That's how,
Wait, who are we talking about right now?
the Klingons.
Klingons,
Oh, okay.
Mike.
Total
Wait a minute.
fantasy.
Hey,
Maybe.
Well, see, that's the interesting thing
If enough
about
energy
this
goes
reality.
into it, could it be real?
That's the thing about this reality, dude, because enough
I have to
energy
piss, but
does
I'll
go
take it.
into those things. And enough people do think that
Dude, you're just
means
rehashing like 6 hives ago.
Oh yeah, I know. Of course.
No, but you're right. You're right.
It
How
always
much
goes
energy
back to
does it take
that.
to manifest a parallel dimension of that reality.
It's hard not to rehash any hive. I think every topic has been discussed across the board on it. Like,
Right?
pretty much everything talked about is rehashing a hive.
Guys, I'm playing a Vegas shooter simulation right now.
Hey,
Which one?
Dr. Michael, Uranus
Which one?
was visible tonight in the sky. Photograph.
Well, Jerry, I think you shared that Rainbow Six one, where there was like it wasn't even like a simulation.
Rainbow Six.
The
It
Vegas
was
shooter.
Rainbow Six Vegas,
No,
that
wasn't-
game where you had the
no,
option
not
of
me.
shooting at the Mandalay Bay.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. Someone else shared that, and it was like, yeah, maybe coincidence,
Yeah, that one.
maybe.
There's a what was it? There's a Star Trek song called, I can't remember what it's called, but I heard it on Dr. Demento years ago, and they was talking about Klingons on the starboard bow. Never mind. I didn't think I was. I thought I was muted.
So
I did want to say though that Roddenberry was part of the group of people who were doing the channelings in the '60s with God, who was that? I want to say it was L. Ron Hubbard. He was like in that group of people in the '50s, rather. The Council of Nine, the people who were doing the channeling Council of Nine. That was Crawley, wasn't it? That was his bunch. Look it up.
That was the Council of
Something
Nine?
like that. I don't know.
Something like that. I don't remember the exact story. I'm not trying to be, the word on this. He was involved in those people and some of those channelings and got some of the stories for Star Trek. This is the story I've heard from those channelings, from that information. Specifically the Next Generation stuff.
It makes you wonder how real any of it really is. Their interpretation of what reality is. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's, like we were saying, what all religions are. And that's what it goes down to. Like, what is reality?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it really is.
Who is Taylor?
Who is Taylor?
Have I ever talked to you before?
Taylor is from.
Who is Jerry?
I stumbled across.
Dude, are you tripping?
Chat. Who, me?
Nomad.
No. It's a good question for anyone to really ask.
No. I was asking because I've never seen him before. I don't think.
Taylor
Phil,
he's in our Slack chat. We met him in the Charm the Water Slack chat, and then when Aaron just destroyed it, he came over with us, and he was on a Hive once.
Speaking of Aaron, has anyone heard from Aaron?
Just his random madness tweets, yeah.
By the way, welcome, Taylor.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Glad to have you, man.
Taylor was on the Hive when the gun came out that night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I left before that. What
did.
happened that night?
It was just prop comedy.
Nothing. It was prop comedy.
It's like Carrot Top.
Went the wrong way.
Oh, okay. And
it was really nothing at all.
Interesting. That's what scared Mr. Owl off, right?
No.
No. Who was the other dude that was on that? There was only one.
Where is Mr. Owl?
Eric was the only one that was
Where
like,
has Mr. Owl been?
that's not cool.
The problem was that we couldn't hear Aaron. So when he was saying the joke and building up to pulling out the gun, we couldn't really hear him. He just looked like he was going. And then he's got a gun to his head.
Oh, shit's
Right.
getting real. Cool. I'm failed.
Nice to meet you too, Fail.
Thanks.
Should I go scare the people that are in the nature preserve in my town?
Yes.
How are you going to do it?
Dude, do you have a guinea suit you could wear and like hoax a Sasquatch?
Ghillie suit's like a Dago tee and shorts. What?
I know what he meant.
Dude, even
Hey guys.
Or Grimsteak Sunday wear.
My grandfather was on my mom's side. His name was whatever his name was. He's Italian, off the boat Italian. And my grandmother used to say, "Shut the fuck up, you stupid guinea bastard," to him all the time. I'm not lying. She would say that constantly.
Oh man.
Granny had a potty mouth.
even better, Mike, if you could somehow do a scary clown. Perfect time of year for that. And
oh, I'm gonna get stabbed.
Who
that's true.
Who is Kwisatz Haderach?
That's a good question. I just saw him join too.
Welcome.
I invited him. He's been to the hives. I'm inviting hive folks who are coming to my channel.
Oh,
cool.
Okay. No,
you didn't
okay,
say I
think
couldn't
remember.
invite anybody.
No,
Expand
I
the
don't care.
tribe.
I put this link on fucking Twitter. Everyone's gonna be in here in a second.
I hope so.
I did.
We're gonna get 100-person fucking hangout.
Dude, we could host 100 people.
That's what we need.
You guys want to see Lindsay Lohan's house tonight?
Sure. Only if she's naked inside of it.
Dude, it sounds like you're almost there.
Give me a half an hour. I'll be there.
Jesus.
Nice, dude.
Dude, walk over to Amityville.
Oh, jeez.
House.
Is Lindsay Lohan in country right now?
I have no idea.
In country.
Country.
because she was wearing headscarf in country last time, and yeah, she's off the rails again.
Oh, good.
It's not all that surprising.
She's
Yep. She defended
Islam,
what Weinstein?
No, Islamist person.
She defended Weinstein too, like the only Hollywood type person to defend.
Lindsay Lohan. He was gentle. He was gentle when he sexually harassed me and then raped me. But it changed my career, so I'm okay with it,
man.
Yeah.
Wait, so Mike, dude, where are you exactly?
Upper East Side.
Right
Lower
now,
West
I am
Side.
in Belmore, New York, heading back over to Merrick.
Dude, look out for the black.
And
suburb.
she
Are you
lives.
still driving?
No, I'm walking around.
Oh, okay. To be like, man, I've been gone for 3 hours.
You guys were mentioning that kind of everything always gets rehashed from the Hive. I'm assuming you guys already talked about this, but Grimsteak, I noticed that you're wearing a Blink-182 shirt.
Yes, yes, I am. It was in tribute of
you
Tom
guys-
DeLonge. I found it.
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah. Did you guys already kind of discuss that stuff? I'm curious what you guys think
Oh,
about
dude,
it.
I put my 200 in.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it.
No, I didn't.
Go right ahead. I'll be back. I got shirt mail. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, shirt mail.
Shirt
mail.
Yeah,
that.
shirt mail.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun.
Everyone better have fucking thrown in $200 for that.
Dude, he's gonna build a UFO.
Out to the stars.
Yeah, to the stars.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
The Academy?
What are your thoughts?
It's
Is that all
bullshit.
just a big
It's a money
ploy?
grab, and he's getting Paul
Yeah.
Benowitz. He's a fucking he's just a stooge, and he's gonna make a shitload of money.
Damn.
Supposedly
hey,
he's getting even paid back. Guy America actually shared a link for that where there was a
Constitutional
journalist that
Convention. Vote no. What is that, Mike? Should rip that sign up because I don't know what it means.
No more taxes. I don't know. Apparently, we're holding a constitutional convention here.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
check it out, man.
So it's kind of an interesting sign.
How about no more taxes? That'd be pretty sweet. They should be fucking illegal anyway.
They are illegal, technically.
How do we pay for things then?
Sales tax, consumption tax.
Fair enough.
Property tax is bullshit.
Yeah, there's enough of a pool of sales tax that's a large amount of money.
Dude, and it goes
See, I
up.
don't. Where I live, we don't pay sales tax.
What? Or they just don't
Yeah.
charge your CIA card.
Live free or
sales
die,
tax.
baby. Live free or die.
That
Here's
is
the
his
thing,
state motto.
I was looking
Yep.
into it, and I heard a lot of podcasts about it. That your roads are built with gas tax. Your schools and hospitals, or your hospitals are, I think it's in Canada anyway. Our hospitals are built on lottery tax. Our what else is there? Schools are built and run off of property tax. So, and sales tax is just bouncing around because everybody has to buy it. So, what does your income tax go to?
The military.
And NASA.
Paying off the bank.
Medicare. Oh no, that actually has its own separate tax.
It pays for the interest on the loans of the Federal Reserve, the World Bank, and all that shit.
No, we don't actually pay that because that's about to be more than the actual debt itself, or more than we take in taxes
Yeah, I know.
very soon.
It goes not to pay off the debt; it goes to pay the interest on the debt.
Yes, but the interest is about to be more than what we take in all taxes.
Oh, I understand that, but that's
Okay. It's crazy, right?
No, I know it's insane. Even out here, they're just buying shit like it's like the first 2 years of our Mr. Selfie Prime Minister. He spent $30 billion on bullshit.
Dude, a man that handsome has to take selfies, and he looks great in all of them.
And he understands what quantum computing is.
Yeah, exactly. He did.
That
He
wasn't
explained it.
staged at all.
No,
Oh.
not at all. Nobody fed him that.
Did you no, he's very practiced speech performer because he's been a drama teacher.
Is he?
Yeah, he was a substitute drama teacher.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
A
he was
substitute, even better.
he was a ski bum in the mountains instructing people on how to snowboard and getting high all the time. Like this guy has no reason to be in there other than his father was in power, and so now he's in power.
And his real father was in power of Cuba also.
Exactly. So you had two power figures as fathers, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. His
You got the
blood
name
runs
from
him
one
as a dictator, which is what we have now, and his real father gave him the money to be the dictator.
Was that well known before the election?
Who, Castro being his son? Or wait, it's the other way
It's
around.
no, I don't think it's fake news, but it was funny when it happened.
Yeah, but was that well known throughout the populace before the election?
Oh yeah,
Dude, it
They
totally
voted
was.
him in. No, dude, he said marijuana and everybody voted him in.
Yeah. That's all you got. That's the buzzword, man. That would probably be
Honestly,
the only thing
he
that would
said,
get me to
I'm
vote.
going to legalize marijuana in Canada, and he got the votes. That's it.
Hey, that would work on me, actually.
Dude, I'm not a huge fan of John Oliver, but before Justin Trudeau, before the Canadian election, he did a whole smear piece on him and just made a big fucking joke of him, and he still won.
It's that marijuana.
It's the marijuana. It'll do it.
Marijuana.
John Oliver did that?
What?
John Oliver did that? That's a little surprising.
Yeah, it was. And then I think he got co-opted. Because,
He probably
dude,
loves
the
it,
first
yeah.
season, the first, I think, 2 seasons were actually pretty good.
I agree.
And then it just turned to shit.
Totally.
As soon as Trump got elected, he did a complete 180 and just jumped on the
Oh, it's like
bandwagon
chaos.
of just shitting on Trump all the time. So it's it
Even-
kind of just turned me off
What are
and
you
I
talking
stopped
about?
watching it. I'm not and I hate how people have to say this. I'm not a huge Trump fan or anything, but there's a lot of shit that
You'd
just
suck a
gets
stick if you could.
Dude, I mean, I probably would. I mean, why not? There'd be a story to tell.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember that that statue of Trump naked in New York?
Yes.
Was that taken down or is it still there?
Oh, I'm sure it got taken down.
I don't know, but I think we need to see a picture of it.
Mike, you should go if you're nearby it. Yeah, I know New York is nice and small. You should run over there.
Where was
Skip
it?
and a jump.
Where was it?
Who knows?
Manhattan. In the city somewhere.
All right, I'm near the train station. I'll hop on the train. Give me a sec.
There you go.
Fucking go, man.
Late night investigative journalism by Mike.
We need pictures of Lindsay Lohan's house and the Trump statue.
Or if you get a picture of Lindsay Lohan next to the Trump statue, you'd win.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Mike is doing the best kind of podcasting possible. On scene,
Oh, God.
live reporting.
This is actually kind of fun.
He's gonna get stopped.
Yeah, there's no way that.
Stop and frisk.
Look at that dude squatting down going, man.
Yeah, dude, he's really into it.
There's no way that stayed up for even a day.
Why? I don't know if it's not
Did
there.
it?
Dude, it's no
I mean,
different than
honestly,
like a Greek statue. It's art.
It
Yeah, I
looks
never
like
heard
it was
anything
toted there. People could watch it and then they go away. And then
Yeah.
they take it home.
It's Rubenesque.
It is Rubenesque. Kind of looks like failed.
it's not even like a statue. It's flesh colored.
It's filled, but if it were me, the penis would be a little bit smaller.
He's got
Is there
such a-
any other
such a
statue
big
flesh
clit.
colored?
I didn't know
It's
Trump
just
had
an
such a big
enlarged
clit.
clit. That's all it is.
It could be flesh colored metal.
No, but is there any other statue that is flesh colored?
What does that matter?
Well, it matters a great deal subconsciously for every human being, anyway.
Does it?
Define
You
statue.
don't. Well, you don't, dude. How often do you see a statue that's colored?
I'm not saying it's not odd.
Dude, I saw Body Works at the I think it was the Field
Mhm.
Museum. That was awesome.
How about the body exhibit?
And that's
They
that's
were all
at the
flesh colored.
museum.
Oh.
Exactly. Those are totally different. Those are not public displays. You don't see a statue.
Well, probably
And
because if
this
it's
is an
going to be out in
interesting
nature, it'll be wear and tear. This is just a temporary, you know, a temporary thing.
Demonstration. Yeah,
Where if
true.
it was
Yeah,
permanent,
exactly.
because I mean, all that paint would chip off after like 2 seasons. Like,
Yeah, and also it's interesting. It's an interesting topic to talk about right now, considering just recently so many statues that have been around for a while have gotten torn down.
yeah, they kind of stopped talking about that. Something new came up in the media.
That's because people start rioting when they hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
so you
what's
guys
up
know,
with
I
this?
wasn't kidding.
What's up with all this Clinton uranium deal, Obama era shit that's getting spewed about? You think it's gonna
What is
lead to
that?
anything, or do you think it's just a distraction? Basically, how they're
Well,
saying all these people like pleaded the fifth, or they're not talking about. I don't know. That's what I get for not reading articles. I got nothing.
Hillary Clinton was selling uranium to the Russians. So isn't
Yeah.
that a big Russian collusion story that nobody's talking
Nobody
about?
talked about
that's
it.
what's
Now he's
disturbing.
shitting on the mainstream media for not talking about it or something.
They deserve to be, because this is what George Webb's been talking about. This was the one of the what he calls rat lines that he discovered, is that they're selling depleted uranium, perhaps allegedly, through
And for how long, I wonder?
14 years at least,
Okay,
Fuck.
almost 2 decades.
probably since the Clintons took office or shortly
And she
thereafter.
got a huge kickback for doing that too. Or no, sorry,
Who?
the Russians will put money into her.
It's not. I don't think it's Russian government.
Just it's going
Well-
somewhere and they don't know where.
We have to consider that there are kind of like, I guess you just say deep state type factions within every government, right?
Sure.
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, you mean like the deep state on a whole has fingers in every pie? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, a total deep state control maybe over everything, but even within every nation's government.
Some
Whether-
governments may not need to.
Well,
And that too.
Every major government has intelligence organizations, but I mean, deep state is a pretty specific, term. And I think that probably the major players like China, Russia, United States, of course, the UK, etc., have organizations that take care of that stuff. But like, the government of Somalia probably doesn't.
So true. And so what is deep state also?
Right.
It is
Right.
probably
Before you start
specific to
poo-pooing all that shit, I got a video of a guy who breaks it all down, what he thinks it is, what's going on.
All right.
I was just gonna say it's like deep states are probably specific to nations that have intelligence
Nah, dude,
agencies.
It's fucking worldwide. Now listen, Podesta is on a board of a Russian company, by the way, so they're probably filtering money through that. Just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Sure.
You're welcome.
I'm glad
Podesta?
You just say whatever you want.
I don't want to talk about anyone in particular on Grimstick's stream.
Am I getting on the
but just-
train?
Oh, there's
No,
literally
you
no
can count. No.
viewers on my stream, so you're
It
not
lasted
talking to
2
anybody.
weeks. I know, but I got like 10 on mine. So.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Mike.
That's all right.
Here's what this guy thinks is going on. Oh, I wonder if I can cast it to the Zoom.
But it was in the WikiLeaks emails.
See,
That's why they're
Yes. Yeah.
The deep state pockets are in the major countries, and then the minor countries, they're just bought and paid for by the world banks and all that stuff, so they have to follow anyway.
Yeah. And probably at some point in our history they were taken advantage of.
Oh yeah, like African countries, they don't have deep state, but they're all owned by the people we're talking about. So.
Exactly.
It's deeper than that, guys. I mean,
Oh yeah.
those
Definitely
governments
is,
were
dude.
probably overthrown.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, like a real close look at our history shows that, especially with Europe and Africa.
Mhm.
Even after America was.
All right, can you see this?
Yeah.
See it, can't hear it. Maybe.
I'm not playing it. I'm just showing you the picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
So that's what this guy says the deep state is. There's
What are CFR, MSM? What are those?
mainstream media.
Mainstream media,
Oh, okay.
Central Intelligence
You got the
Agency.
CIA, the Council on
Council
Foreign
for
Relations,
Relations.
Ah,
NSA, Joint something of command, joint security officer command, joint. I forget what it stands for. It's joint something. This Department of something intelligence, not naval.
Yeah, I mean, that's
the
a
director of national
weird-
intelligence.
That's not the best graph.
It's not a graph.
Really. I mean, diagram.
What
It's
he's
not the best
showing is that
diagram to show.
none of these diagrams that he shows are good,
But it does show the point.
which is what he's trying to get across. And then he goes on to show,
So the next train to New York City is in 9 minutes.
dude, do not get on the train.
I ride for free.
Dude, do you feel like an adventure
do,
tonight?
the statue's gone, okay?
There's this game actually, and probably it's not even really a game. It's more or less almost like have you guys seen that movie, The Yes Man?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
It's essentially like that. It's accepting whatever may come, and you can just bring one 6-sided dice and leave your house.
Where did I hear about this? I heard this on one of the podcasts.
I've done this before.
No Agenda.
okay.
They do that in Paris. Remember that? Or
Oh,
no, the
do
Crime
they?
America. They had the guy.
Was
they
it
do
Crime
in
America?
Paris. Yeah.
All right.
And they just roll the dice, and if they see the number, they follow it. And they roll the dice, they see the number, they follow it. Yeah.
I would
All
do
right,
that.
see, you guys know what I'm talking about, and
What is-
I mean, you can decide what number does what,
Okay.
and there can be a special number that you choose that maybe whenever you roll that number, you look for something curious around you, something that seems out of the ordinary, or maybe even look for the next person that might walk by that's wearing something that stands out.
And if you roll
And
a 2
follow
and the chick's got 2 boobs, you can just follow her.
Never
rolling
heard that
a 2
one,
for
but
some
why
reason.
not?
Oh, there's a 2 again. Keep following her.